I haven't watched that intro in a long time, man. I love that intro. That's great.
Yep, that is a good one. Almost as good as mine.
How's it going, Ronnie? Good to see
All
you,
right.
man.
Good to see you, Steve. How you doing today, brother?
Good, good. Alive and breathing, so I'm happy.
You ready to have a damn good show?
Damn. Go wait. Let me make that proper. Where'd it go? Oh, damn. Good show.
Our announcer ain't here yet, so I guess we'll have to do it for him.
Yeah. Hey, look at that. Dave's not here. Just popped in too.
He sure
Lock and
did.
load. That intro is fire. Yeah, I haven't watched that intro in a little while. I don't know how long, but long enough to
It
watch
ain't
it and remind me of how damn good it was.
very good. Hello to everybody in the chat, by the way. Everybody except
Yeah.
Dave, that is. No, Dave, too.
Yeah. Again, we got buffering, LSP, Snooks 22, aloha, Cheryl Rich, aloha, Brew W, Creek, my favorite white boy. We got
It's
Mike
white.
Pereira.
I didn't know. I didn't know he was white. But okay.
Hey, Roxanne, aloha, Roxanne. How you been? And then who else we got? Rome 13. The producer is here. The producer.
Oh yeah, there he is. Yeah, I see him now.
And we got Sick Productions, 62210 Productions. Who else did I miss? Karen Reese. Aloha, Karen Reese.
Hello, Miss Karen. Hello, James, the
And
producer.
James, brother
Cheryl.
James. Here's one that you'll like, Ronnie. James is Dave's not here, man. That's his real brother.
Oh, I know.
So James is the one that beat the shit out of Dave growing up.
Oh, oh, really?
he
Serves you
was
right,
my
Dave.
he was my half older brother, but he never beat the shit out of me, so I got lucky. Hey, deal for real, the deal for real. So real, you got to say it twice.
Hello, the deal. Somebody asked me what the 17 is behind me. It stands for the letter Q.
Letter Q. I
Q
never
is the
touched.
17th. Q is the 17th letter of the alphabet. Is what I'm saying.
Oh,
Hello,
okay.
LSP.
Oh, real quick, Roxanne. I had to take everyone's wrench away like a month or two ago because I had over 1,000 wrenches. So, nothing personal, but I just leave. Anyone's got a wrench now is actual moderators. So if you want anyone to share anything, just ask them. Like Snooks is my top mod. Independent Man United is one of my top mods. Joe Kerr, Dave's Not Here Man is my very top mod. So if you want anything to share, just ask one of them. They'll drop a link for you.
Otherwise, you've got to be here 3 years now to get a wrench.
Right.
Every show, you can't miss a one.
Right. Well, no, I just figured it's like, because I have wrenches on a lot of channels, which I'm very honored to have, but I'm not really a moderator, you know?
I ain't no moderator at in any degree. I mean, I can't even
Right.
get my own link.
Right.
I'm
You
sitting
know,
there
so
somebody else's.
I just like it because I can, if I'm in someone else's chat, I can click on someone else's thing and go to their channel. Where if you don't have a wrench, you can't do that. But the whole purpose of having one is to actually moderate. And I was like, out of the 1,000 people that have wrenches, only a good dozen or 2 dozen of them actually moderate. So that's what I did.
It's very true. Very true. But the reason I give out wrenches to people, when I give them out, it's because first of all, they've been to the show 3 or 4 times. I don't just give them out the very first time, at least very seldom. And it's also so that they can. If I believe me, if I see anybody that's misusing their wrench, it won't take me long to take it away from them. That's for damn sure.
Right.
But I haven't seen anybody misuse them yet. So
Yep. Yes.
LSP does moderate.
Yep. LSP is another one. Well, yeah, basically, whoever is blue right now are well, except James, he's family, so he's privileged. But everyone else who's blue right now, it's because they moderate.
Tell you
Love you,
what, guys,
James.
Pete does a damn good job on my show. Ain't no doubt about it. I love it when he's there. 'Cause that way I don't have to pay too much attention to the. I mean, I always pay attention to the chat, but I know if something happens and I ain't paying attention to it, he is. You know, and he can take care of it.
Right.
He
Yep.
does take care of it.
Yep. That's yeah, exactly. LSP. I know Snooks pays attention to stuff like that. Dave pays attention to stuff like that. And I don't. I miss half. When I go back after a show, like to make shorts from it. Hey, New York Debs, aloha, good to see you. But when I go back to make, I go back and actually watch the whole show to like figure out what parts I'm gonna make a short from. And I'll also be watching the chat replay, and I'm like, I don't remember that. I didn't see that. I didn't like. I missed so much of it, even though I think I'm reading all of it. I
Yeah, you
miss a
can't
lot,
remember it. Half the
right?
time you don't know what people are talking about, because you're doing something else, And even if you see a chat and read it, well, that don't mean you understand what it's saying or what they're getting at.
Right.
A lot of times I don't, that's for sure. I'd have to go back
Or
and watch it too.
what else I've noticed too is because like there's certain times during the show where I am reading the chat, and then I'll go back and watch, and I'll miss like things that you were saying or whoever else was on panel was saying, and it's like I don't remember them saying that. So there's a lot more work involved than a lot of people think doing live streams because if you're not
That's
good at
why.
multitasking, which I am not, it's hard to do.
That's why everybody needs good moderators. That's exactly why it is.
Right.
So they can help you watch out for stuff. And at least in
But the
chat.
one the one no is, and this has happened. It hasn't happened in a long time, but it's happened before, and I didn't even know about it until hey, there's William Gramer. What's up, brother?
He's
But
been here.
people will come in like when everyone's got a wrench. People will come in and drop links for their own show, which is fine. But then turns out they're live
Oh yeah,
at the
that ain't gonna
same, and
work.
it's like, yeah, you can't do that shit, man. You can't be live going to someone else's live and be like, hey, come over to my show. It's like, no,
I've
no,
had
no.
that happen a couple of times.
Right. Yep,
Believe it
me
or not.
too. And I didn't know about it till after the fact. It's like, what? That's
I seen it the one time. I didn't say anything the first time. Second time I did. Chris Gilbert, what's going on, Chris? Good to see you, brother.
oh yes. And Silver Girl, aloha. And so everyone, what we got? Oh, we got over 30 people. Okay, so I pinned at the top a link for Mama Liam. So if anyone's feeling generous, Silver Girl, well, I'll ask Silver Girl first. Is it okay to read the email that you sent, Silver Girl, to explain it a little better? I don't know if that was just what you emailed me personally. I don't want to repeat it, or if it's okay to read that to explain it better. And NY Devs, it's been a minute since I seen you. Aloha. Good to see you. You don't want 9 people on panel. Only, yeah, he could only handle that gracefully because, well, one, when you got 9 people on panel, everyone just starts talking over each other.
This Ron wouldn't handle it gracefully. I can tell you that. Not 9 people.
Right.
I'd be out of my mind time that was over with. There's a beautiful Salt and Light. What's up, Salt?
Hey, Salt Light. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to read to explain the link that I pinned at the top. It's after more than a month in hospitals, Mama Liam is holding her own, and they are decreasing the percentage of dialysis daily. They expect to have her on dialysis for a couple or 3 more days. It appears to the doctors to be some improvement. There is now a Give, Send, Go in her name. The link is below. Please get this in as many chats as possible for next several days. Her husband can't leave the hospital, but he is so worried about keeping the house afloat and paying for gas when he is ready to take her the 2+ hours home. He is not eating much from vending machines due to costs, and he just can't bring himself to spend money knowing how the bills are piling up. And I know everyone understands how bills pile up, especially when you get sick like that
Mm.
and are in the hospital. So the link is pinned at the top for Mama Liam. If anyone is feeling generous and wants to help out, anything
Yeah,
helps, and it's for Mama Liam and for Silver Girl. And we all love Silver Girl. And if you don't, get the hell out of here because we all love Silver Girl.
definitely for sure. I'm
Steve-O,
so
when
broke.
Steve-O sneak in here?
I'm so broke I can't pay attention. So
I can't even pay attention.
me either.
What were we talking about? Said who? What? What happened?
I'm not paying attention, so I don't know.
Did anything exciting happen to you this week? Just another week.
Uh, well, like I was telling you backstage, something bit me on the wrist. I think it was Wednesday afternoon, and it's been killing me. My left arm's already hurting like crazy, and I was losing strength in it. And that bite on the, I don't think it was a brown recluse because it hadn't got any hole or nothing in it yet. But whatever it was, made it swell up. And it hurts like crap, and I can't now. I really can't use my hand. So just call me righty, not lefty, righty.
Yeah, I was gonna say what it bit you on the left hand,
Yep, left wrist.
left wrist.
The swelling
That
has
would
gone down some, but it hurts a whole lot worse than it looks.
that would suck
Normally,
for me because I'm left-handed. So if that were to happen to me on my left
oh,
hand, that'd really screw me up.
it would. I'm telling you, because I can't. I literally can't hold anything in my left and hadn't got any strength in it at all. I mean, I still move my fingers, but big deal. Like they don't really do anything. I mean, just make you want to get one of them mechanical arms. Hello, Stephen. Mr. Stephen Sheets is in the house.
Steven Sheets. Salt and Lights asks him, is Mama Liam Silver Girl?
I don't think so.
Ronnie, you got to pee on it. No, I don't. I'm sorry. I said that and then read Dave's comment at the same time and got, see, I can't multitask.
Well,
But
that's what
no,
he's saying, ain't it?
right. But he's talking about the spider bite or whatever bit you. You got to pee on it.
Oh, I can't pee that high. I used to, but I can't no more.
But no, Mama Liam, I don't think Mama Liam is Silver Girl.
Yeah, I figured it's a spider bite of some kind. I just don't know what kind. But I didn't feel it when it first bit me. That's at least when I felt the bite. Whatever bit me was gone. So I don't know what the heck it was. All I know is it's one of the worst bite I've ever had.
Yeah, spider bite or any kind of bite, especially when you don't know what it is. Those are the scariest. I know. I was telling you backstage too. I got bit by something this 30 years ago back in Detroit. To this day, I don't know what it is because I never went to the hospital because I didn't have insurance. But I was working on the gas line on a water heater, and Nate was getting ready to sweat pipe. So he's standing up, working up on the pipe. I'm kneeling down, working on the gas line. But he wasn't sweating any pipe yet, so his torch wasn't turned on. And but I felt something on my neck, and it felt like a piece of hot solder or something, because it what? So I was like, dude, you got me. And he's like, what do you mean I got you? I'm like, when you're sweating, you must have flicked the side. He's like, my torch isn't even turned on. I'm not sweating yet. He's like, oh. So by the time we left the house, it was like golf ball size. By the time we got back to the shop, like no more than a half hour later, it was like softball size. It was like hard to talk and swallow. I was like,
I was going to say, I bet it's getting hard to breathe too, wasn't it?
yep. It was scary, but I didn't have insurance. I was like, oh, I just hope this goes away but by the next day it was gone like it never happened.
Well, I considered going to ER or urgent care hospital, whatever the hell they call them things. But I thought, well, I'm going to tough it out here, at least till tomorrow, and see what it's like. But you know what stopped it from itching? And Epsom salt. I would if I had any Epsom salt. I'm going to have to give me some of that. But what stopped the convention was calamine lotion. And think there for a minute.
Okay,
I
yeah.
didn't even know I had any calamine lotion here, but I do.
Oh, really?
I said, well, I'll
That's the
try
same.
that.
I think that's the same stuff that, yeah,
Got it
when
on
I
there
had
now.
chicken pox when I was a little kid, I remember my mom putting that all over the chicken pox.
I know they put it on when you have poison ivy or something. That's what we always used when I was a kid. But man, I hadn't
Yep.
put that stuff on wart for anything in years. I don't even know where that there came from. I undoubtedly bought it somewhere, but I don't remember where. But man, I'm telling you, it stopped that itch in its tracks. And that itch was to the bone itch. Couldn't dig
Yeah.
down in there far enough.
That's like when I had my medical issues with my feet. That like it itched, it burned, and it hurt all at the same time. And it's like, wow, what
That's
the
what,
hell is
yeah.
going on?
Same way here, Steve. Itching and burning at the same time. Almost need a piece of ice on your finger and a long nail, to hold the ice there the same and scratch at the same time.
Yep. Oh, so we got 36. Man, I usually wait at least an hour in, but I can't. I'm like a little kid at the candy store. I can't wait. I want to give out the 5 free memberships.
Wait 5 more minutes.
Okay.
See if more people show up. Give everybody a
Right.
chance. A chance, I say, a
Uh,
chance.
has it been 5 minutes yet?
Not yet. See, remind you here about
Hey,
a
what's up? What's up, Buff?
buff
Stephen
pork butt.
Riney, did you hear about CFW? A cop watcher in Texas got thrown to the ground by a tyrant. Yeah, I just heard about that like 10 minutes before me and Ronnie went backstage. And I haven't looked into it. I haven't had time, but yeah, that's crazy. She's in the hospital.
Yeah, I hadn't
What's
heard
up,
this.
Action Macho?
First I heard about it too. Mayor, what's up, Mayor? Good to see you. There is Action Nachos. Good to
Action
see you.
Macho. You know what? I'm still upset at myself because we had Action Nacho on Thursday, and I never asked the one question, the main question, the only question I wanted to ask. So I can't ask it here. So we're
Why
Action
not?
Nacho. We're gonna have to get you on again sometime, man.
Why not? And tell it to me and then I'll ask it.
Okay. I, I wanted to know how they came up with the name Action Nacho. Okay, you
Oh,
ask.
okay. Now, Axe and Nachos. Steve wants to know how y'all came up with the name Axe and Nachos. You got to tell now because he didn't ask you the other night.
And if there's a meaning behind it. Yeah, Steve. Oh, yeah, that's what I seen. James Freeman put like a 3 minute live, which is weird, 3 minute live stream, but that's how I heard about it. But yeah, so I got a question for chat. Oh, that's what I should do, Ronnie. Before I pull that thing up, I told you I wanted to pull up. I should do a survey first, or whatever it's called. When you ask the question,
That's a survey, I
huh?
think.
Yeah, how would I word that? Let me see.
I don't know who you want to ask.
Out of 196 million
Oh,
licensed drivers. Yeah, that'd be too hard to make it a poll. There you go, Snooks. Thank you. A poll.
oh, whatever. Yeah.
Oh, screw it. We'll just play a few minutes of this, and you'll see where I'm going.
And if this information that you see on the screen is even close to being accurate, you've got not servants and protectors, you got people who are out there harassing and collecting the rest from the rest of us so that they can fill the coffers of the state, so they can be more powerful and we can be less powerful. It's basically a transfer of wealth and power through the agents of the state called law enforcement officers. It says of the 196 million licensed drivers, and keep in mind, this is a country of approximately 333 million people. Of the 196 million licensed drivers across the country, approximately 1 out of every 5 will receive what? A traffic ticket throughout the year. 1 in 5 people will receive a traffic ticket. That's 20% of a population of 196 million drivers. In 2018 alone, over 40 million traffic tickets were issued by law enforcement agencies. Now, what this statistic doesn't say is that the average traffic ticket is around 150 to 160 bucks. So you're talking about 40 million times 150 or $160 on.
So wait, he said 120 to 160 bucks. I don't know because my last ticket was more than that, and I know you mentioned something that yours was more than that, right, Ronnie?
It sure was, and that's been a couple, 3 or 4 years ago, or longer.
Right. Man, that's 6 billion annually.
Well, here's what I wonder about the police. When they come into the police station or the police force, are they already crooked, or are they trained for that in the police academy? Because I'm not saying that they're all crooked, but I'm saying that there's a good many of them that are, and most of them, if not all of them, work for the mayor. You know, they, like we talked about before, they're policy enforcers. That's what they are. That's why they're
Right.
police.
And that's a good question because it's like, do psychopaths become police, or do police become psychopaths? You know, because actually we used to know a guy. He moved here from California, and he signed up for the Honolulu Police Department to become a cop. He went to the school the entire 6 week long.
Dang it.
It's time to wake up.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Okay. And so he took the 6 week long class, he passed and everything. And then I guess like the first week or two, he had to ride with somebody else. And after the first week of riding with somebody else, he quit. So he was technically already a cop and everything, but he quit. And I was like, dude, why'd you quit? Like, you passed with flying colors? Like, he's like, I can't do that. I'm like, do what? He's like that you pull over like sweet people that are just minding their business and they're just going five over, and like you have to ruin their life or their week or their month or whatever by giving them a ticket. And he's like, and every time I was like, just let them go, just let them go. My sergeant was like, that's not how it works. And he's like, I can't be an asshole like that. So he got the job and then basically turned it down.
Well, if they're enforcing the law, the good law, then that's one thing. And if they're sticking by the Constitution, I'm all for it.
Right.
But
Me
when they
too.
don't stick to the Constitution, they're just out there enforcing some traffic law because you're going 5 miles over the speed limit or whatever. And that's been a crook to me.
Right.
And then you get a
And
$300 ticket for 5 miles over the speed limit.
yep. And see, I'm for it too if they're sticking, if they're for your constitutional rights, if they're protecting that. But the thing is, I don't think that happens because
Very so.
even if you go in, and I feel the same way about politicians, even if you go in with good intentions, and that's why you want to do it. Once you're in, your ego automatically builds, and then you have that power, and you're like, and then you automatically feel above the law, even though they're not, but they think they are. And then you turn into a psychopath, or you're already a psychopath to begin with. You just didn't know it yet. Steve knows what I'm talking about.
A lot of them are exactly like you was talking about, Steve. But some of them, when they go in, are honest. To be like that guy that's in a wheelchair, and he was invited to a swap party, where they swap partners and everything, for the night or whatever. In other words, an orgy. And
Right.
if he would have went, they would have had it all on film, and used it as blackmail against him or something like that. I guarantee you they would have. That's how they get a lot of them. Is by what they call honeypots. It don't necessarily have to be sex. It can be anything that you're, weak for. If you want, if you want power, they do it like that, or money, they do it like that. Most of them they give sex though, at least the men. So it's
You would. Oh, that's a good point, Alex. Sorry, You would think knowing your rights constitution should be a pass or fail question. Exactly. That,
You
and
think so?
I've heard, I don't know if this is true, so this is just hearsay. I'm not stating it as a fact. It's just, I guess my opinion is what I've heard is that they only want people with a low IQ to become police because they're easier to corrupt, I guess,
Well,
like
easy to
do as
order
they
around too.
right. So yeah, it's like you got to have a low IQ to become.
Damn, I ought to go apply. I'd get right in if you got to have a low IQ. Tell me
Well, and like
that's
James
dragging
says too,
in.
yeah. Like speaking of like of this 6 billion annually, and like, well, why is there so many potholes? Why are the road like? And that's everywhere, James. That's not just Michigan. That's here in Hawaii too. That's Texas. That's everywhere.
That's what gets you too. Is there are assholes on the road, but you can see them out there driving crazy and 100 miles over the speed limit. They don't never get caught, or at least I have never seen one get caught. But
Right?
you're out there doing 5 miles an hour, they'll get you. At least that's the way it seems.
No,
I've never seen anybody's.
I see
Go
it
ahead.
all the time on H1, all the time with the motorcycle cops. I'll be driving down H1. The speed limit is 55. I'm usually doing about 70 with a few other people, and I'll be on like the second, like not the left lane, but one over. And then I'll see like a group of motorcycles, usually like 6 to 8, and they're HPD motorcycle cops, and they're just like coming up, and I'm like, shit, those guys are flying. So if I'm doing 70, they gotta be doing over 80, right?
Yeah,
Fly right by me, and then 2 miles up the road, they're on the side of the road, radaring, pulling people over for going five over. Yet they were just doing over 80. They were just doing 30 miles an hour over the speed limit.
yeah, but who's going to write them a ticket? No one.
Right. Exactly. And that's where their ego kicks in.
It
And I want to
is.
know what sick 2210 productions, because again, my opinion, but I think you were a cop or are a cop, which is fine. But I'd love to hear your opinion on all this because I know you disagree. What do you think, Ronnie? Should we have Buff up here and see what he thinks?
Buffering?
No, not Buffer and Buff. Sick. Oh, his YouTube channel name is Sick Productions.
Oh, that's it. You don't. You don't mind at all.
What do you think, Sick Productions? You want to come up and put your 2 cents in? Because I want to hear someone's opinion that is opposite.
Well, I'll say this: we definitely need cops. There's no doubt about it.
No,
But we
exactly. That's
We need them to be taught the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and all that too. Though, at least have a basic understanding of it, of the
right.
two. But they don't. Most of them, I guarantee you can ask a question about the Constitution, they're totally stumped from the very get go.
Yeah, and that's the thing with anytime I bring this up too. I'm glad you said that, Ronnie, because every time I bring this up, people are always like, "Oh, what? So it's just going to be anarchy and there's no law?" Or I never said that. I still think there needs to be cops. I just where it's been going the last decade or so, 2, 3 decades, it's not going in the right direction.
I
Like
agree. It
they
sure had.
need what their job is to protect and serve and uphold your constitution, not violate your rights and let their ego go to their head and think they're above the law. And
And that's what most of them do. Even the sheriff's departments in a lot of the counties across the nation have become crooked too. I mean, it's not just the city police; it's the
right,
sheriff that, it's the sheriff that sets the tone for the sheriff's department. But
right,
a lot of these crooks have gotten in, and it's up to us to get them out.
yep,
I agree, Top Spin. Totally agree.
yep. Top Spin's absolutely right. Don't let Pole Vault hear you. He's the internet police. Where is Pole Vault? Pole Vault makes some awesome music, man.
I hadn't seen them in the chat. I don't know when.
I haven't seen him. I've seen him in other people's chats, but I haven't seen him. But he definitely makes some really good music. Sorry, let's see what else he was gonna say. Cause I know there was more to this. I forgot. I didn't watch the whole. I was listening while I was taking a shower, and I was like, oh, I gotta listen to this because
Average over 125,000 traffic tickets are issued daily.
and
That's
this
about
is 6 years
86
ago.
traffic tickets
This is
every single
2018.
minute of every single day, because that's 125,000 divided by 1440, which is how many minutes are in a day, 1,440 minutes. So that's 87 traffic tickets issued every single minute of every single day times $150 per ticket. Cops generate over $13,000 every single minute. There are
Wow.
525,600 minutes in a year times $13,000 a minute. That's over $6 billion
Right
a
on,
year
Hawk.
just in traffic tickets. $6 billion. $13,000 a minute police extract from us. So my next question is how many law enforcement agents are there throughout the country? 708,000 as of 2022. There were approximately 708,000, and that's up from 660,000 the previous year. I've seen different estimates on this, but it's around 700 to 950,000 law enforcement agents patrolling the streets, issuing tickets, harassing. Now, do cops do good things sometimes? Yes, there's no argument there. Cops get cats out of trees. We saw a cop 2-3 months ago who got something out of the throat of this little kid and saved his life. There's no contention here that cops sometimes do good things. But I also have no doubt that the Nazi SS, the Nazi soldiers in Hitler's Germany of 1930 also did good things. They pet dogs. They were probably good to their family. Maybe they abused their family.
Right?
Maybe there's a high percentage of domestic abuse back in the 1930s with Nazi soldiers, as there's a high percentage of domestic abuse within law enforcement in America. So I wanted to preface that before we went into this, because you have to understand, when you see a law enforcement officer stopping a member of the public, a lot of people out there will assume,
no, hell no, Chad. Now, although Brian, here's the deal channel. Brian is friends with Delete Laws, but hell no. I personally don't like Delete Laws, so no, I would not share his channel.
Steve, you better give away them memberships now because it's going up and down the count, the number of people watching. So,
Okay.
And it's been 5 minutes too. So,
Oh, that's right. 5 minutes. Yeah. So wait here. Give me a second. I got to. I feel like standing up. Got to move my chair. All right, here we go. See, now I can stand up.
Now we can't see you. Not that we want to.
Got to give the electronic desk a second. There we go. See, that's better. See, now my butt cheeks aren't going to hurt from sitting so long. Okay, here we go. Membership gifting. Where's it at? Earth Angel. Is that what you just said at the same time? That's funny. Nice. Earth Angel, just in time. I'm about to give 5 free memberships away in 3, 2. Did it do it? Yeah, there we go. All right, who's the lucky winners? Chad Freeman, Hawk got one, sweet. The Freak, who the hell's The Freak?
I have no idea.
And All for His Kingdom. Did I miss one?
Hello, Angelique.
Angelique, aloha.
I think she got in here just a little late to get in on the gifted membership.
No, I think I don't even think you have to be here to get one, because in the last 2 weeks I was gifted 2 or 3 memberships, and I only knew about it because when I checked my email, it was like, you were gifted a membership, and I'm like, no shit, I wasn't even watching. Uh-oh, look at Dave. Dave just matched me. Thank you, Dave. Who else gets one? Mandy Cush. The Redneck Prepper, Mel Pandora, Dennis Bigfoot, Kevin, right on. Thank you, Dave. Redneck Prepper, I haven't seen him around in a while.
I hadn't either. I don't think he hadn't been in my chat in a long time. I know that. But you said,
Hey,
Ed,
Mel.
are you talking the now I forgot what I was going to say
Hmm.
because I was trying to listen to you and I forgot what I was going to say. Oh well, wasn't that important?
Is it about the memberships?
Yeah, but I don't remember what it was.
Oh.
It has something to do with it, but I don't remember what it was. It's funny how thought can come into your head and fly right back out, man.
Dude, it happens all the time, man. Or like when I'm walking like from within 10 feet away to do something or get something, and then I get there and I'm like, I don't know why I walked over here.
Exercise.
Hey, shout out to Mel Pandora. I just found her channel like less than 2 weeks ago, and went up on her panel, and she's really, really cool, man. She has great shows, so definitely check her out. Great shows, great topics, but it's hard for us, or for me anyway, and I think Ronnie feels the same, but having 9-10 people up on the panel.
Oh, no.
Too many people talking over each other, and it's just, yeah.
Yeah, 9 or 10 people ain't for me, that's for sure. 3 is about as many as I can stand. 4 is, it's all right. But
I was just gonna say that 4 tops, like 4 people is the most that
yes.
I can.
Because that way, if it's a talk show anyway, I mean, if you're doing karaoke or something, it's different, but for a talk show, everybody wants to get their opinions in and all, and I understand that, but everybody winds up talking over each other, and they know you can hear what anybody says.
Exactly. And then, yeah, everyone.
Hello, Tyne.
Hey, timed up.
If not for that, I wouldn't mind having 10 on every time, whenever I hardly ever do panels.
Right. Well, because you know what it is, too. They're even, well, there's obviously a delay from the YouTube part, but even in the StreamYard, there's still like a 1-second delay. So it can still mess you up. Like you think you're waiting your turn to talk, but because of that tiny delay, it's still like you're still cutting each other off and don't realize it.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I've been on panels where there's like 5, 6, 7, 8, it'd be like, sometimes I'm like, am I muted? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm like, hello.
Can't get a word in edgewise, and if you do, they don't hear it.
Yeah. It's like a sovereign citizen that won't shout. Well, see, there you go. That's a good point. Sick Productions or Buff. Because you know who the real sovereign citizens are? Are the cops. Because their paycheck is from we the people's tax dollars. So they're government funded. They're getting our money for their job. They're the real sovereign citizens.
I'll tell you, Hawk explained one day how you become a sovereign citizen. At least I think that's what this was called. And I'd wondered about it forever. And as a matter of fact, I was doing a show that night on it, and he called in and explained what it was on the show. How you went about getting it, how you went about doing it. That wasn't what it was called. I don't think it's called something else, at least in the show that night. But what you have to do, and you got to own land to do this. The only way you can own land is to get your, to do all this is to get your footprint and get ink on it. And after you go to that land, you put your foot on the land. If you want the ink on it, on the land. There's more to it than this, but I don't want to try to explain it and get it all messed up. I mean, Hawk's good with it, not me. But anyway, that's how you do it. That's how you become a real citizen, a sovereign citizen, whatever you want to call it.
Right.
But your footprint's got to be in that sand. Then I think you have to, if I remember Hawk's explanation right, you have to put it back on paper then with the dirty foot. I hope I got that right. I may not have.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way with explain. That's why I usually cut myself off. I'm like, I don't know, I'm gonna mess it up, and then it's like playing the operator game. By the time it gets to the end, it's a totally different story.
Yeah.
I'm like, I still got it here, but I just can't get it out.
But the reason behind that is, or the reason I said that is because this country has been messed up so bad, since 1861, that it's not even real. I mean, and most people don't understand that. This laws, everything are totally different. Language, everything.
Yep.
You're absolutely right, Hawk. I thought of that myself. Citizen means city slave. You're right. But what was that? What was that we was talking about? It was sovereign that night, wasn't it? Anyway, that's what they call us, sovereign citizens. I think that's what they call themselves anyway.
Citizen means city slave.
And some people say, I'm just saying, some people say to do that, to be a citizen, to be called a citizen, you have to work for the government. I don't think you do. That's just what I've heard some other people say.
Right. Well, I mean, when I say it, I don't mean it but when I say it, it's just kind of like, because if you break it down, they think they're, because they also say sovereign citizens think that the laws don't apply to them. So if you break it down, cops pretty much think the laws don't apply to them because, they're cops. They can get away with everything, and they do. So
yeah.
And what they're getting paid with is we, the people's tax dollars. So
they get away with way to hell too much, that's for sure.
The reason there is very little to no accountability and transparency with law enforcement is because the system wants cops violating rights and bringing in that revenue.
Absolutely. I could not possibly agree more. You're right, Topspin, at least in my opinion. If they didn't want them to, they wouldn't be doing it because they'd be getting fired. Very few of them letting that happen to them.
Right. Oh wait, let me see if there was. I think that was. Yeah, I think I got the rest. Yeah, because the rest of that, I just wanted to bring up in that video the statistics and everything he was talking about. The rest of it was just about basically. Actually, yeah. Here, I'll play a little bit more because this. What I did show is what I wanted to show, but this is kind of, hey, new image, landscape, and concrete, aloha. But this is kind of what we were just talking about now.
So let's take a look at this. This comes from Ray's camera, and I will leave the link in the description below. Check this out.
Please stay back in the tree, dude. Scoot back.
1, 2, 3, 4. There's 5 cops standing there for one guy in handcuffs.
Right off the bat, the Mesa Police Department proudly displays the thin blue line of domestic terrorism patch.
We asked you to stay back by the tree.
You asked me to stay.
I'm telling you to.
Well, you too then. I'm right here on the sidewalk, dude.
Listen.
You listen. I'm on the sidewalk.
You have every right to record.
Right.
You
have every right to be on the sidewalk.
When we tell you where our scene is at,
set up a scene.
That's what you have
set a scene.
I am telling you.
Set up a scene.
My officer said to set up
a
behind the tree.
If we have every right to record, then that would mean that I'm exempt from your edict on where I can record. If I can stand on a sidewalk and I can record, and I have every right, like he said, in the cop's mind, he's saying you have every right except for the right that I grant you. Step over there. Get back. It looked like the guy with the camera, Ray's camera, was a decent distance away.
That is the
Set
scene.
up a scene.
Are you going to push the issue here?
Set up a scene, dude.
Hold on, Buff. Districts don't want lawsuits. I beg to differ because what happens every time cops get sued or a police department gets sued, they don't care. because the people pay it. If they were to hold, like, if a cop were to get sued and did not have qualified immunity, and then that individual were to had to pay the lawsuit, and he would be, held completely accountable, then I could agree with that statement. But when they got qualified immunity, so they're not really getting sued, just the department is. And when the department loses, we, the people's tax dollars, pay that lawsuit. So I have to 100% fully disagree with that one, Buff.
And then a lot of times when the plaintiff does win the lawsuit, they don't fire the officer. They keep him on. So it's kind of like, we'll get kicked in the teeth twice. Or if he,
Right.
even if he's not kept on there, he goes down the street a mile or two and gets another job.
Well,
They're
yeah,
the same
yeah.
thing.
If they end up losing their job, they're usually at first they get paid leave, so they basically get put on vacation, paid vacation. And then if they do end up getting fired, they just go to the next city or two over and get hired there.
Yep.
So
Yep. But please don't misunderstand. We all know we need cops. We just want to be honest all the way around, and not just a little bit here and a little bit there, but honest all the time to everyone. We're all Americans, and if they're true Americans, they should treat us as a fellow human being. They act like they're above us a notch or two.
exactly,
Because they got a badge on.
You're saying exactly what I've been trying to say for a couple months, Ronnie. Seriously, that's exactly it. That's what everyone, how they take me wrong is like, I don't think that we shouldn't have cops. That's not what I'm saying at all. I think if they got rid of qualified immunity, and then each individual as a cop were to be held responsible for their actions, I think there would be a lot of good cops and not many bad cops. But as long as they got qualified immunity, they're like, it's like, look what happens. You make a complaint on a cop. Who do you make that complaint to? Their sergeant. And it usually starts, from the top. So then it's basically they're investigating themselves. And if you have to investigate yourself, are you going to find something wrong? Or are you going to be like, nah, everything looks good?
Yeah, and they can lose their job to a lawsuit, no doubt. I mean, they've lost them without lawsuits before.
Right.
We're just
So
like
this is in Mesa, then he loses his job, then he just goes over to Scottsdale.
Yeah.
Gets another
like
one.
That. I've stayed in almost every town I've lived in. It's been the same thing. I mean, they get fired in one town for something, they go up the road or whatever and get another job. Because what they do is they'll call them in and say, the chief does, or their lieutenant or whatever, say, okay, now here's the deal. You can either quit and we won't put anything bad in your record, or if we fire you, we're going to have something bad in your record. So they quit and they just go right up the road and get another job. That's how they do it. How a lot of them do it anyway.
Right. Oh, that's a good. I did not know that, James, but yeah. If it's the same thing as qualified immunity for doctors, because doctors get sued for malpractice, no sweat off their sack, right? If it's the same thing.
Well, they can lose their license. They can lose their license if they get found guilty of something bad anyway. But I mean, I ain't got no love lost for doctors either, believe me.
Right, and that's true too, Howard. The only time they are really held accountable is when it goes viral, or people make it. Then it's like, oh, otherwise they try to cover it up. Hey, Jima Mirko.
There was a cop here in Dallas a couple years ago, and they went to these people's house. There's a bunch of cops went up, surrounded the house. This one cop was looking through the window, and they hadn't knocked on the door or anything at this time. They didn't even, the people inside didn't know the cops were out there. This cop saw a woman and shot her and killed her for absolutely nothing. I mean, he shot her and killed her for no reason. I haven't heard anything about this since then. I don't know if he's being tried for it or what. But yeah, he shot her in the head and killed her. Or unalived her. Sorry about that.
Unalived, yeah. Did you ever think 10 years ago, did you ever think that, in 10 years from now, we're going to be being very careful on the words we say? You'd be like, why? What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
YouTube. That's right. Okay.
You know what gets me is you can say the F word and you can
Right.
say any cuss word you want to, but you can't say DEAD or nothing like that.
Or the R word.
It's just so stupid.
What was this? There was another one I wanted to bring up real quick, and then I'll change the subject. Because I know
think it's
people
pretty
get
good
bored
subject.
with the same subject for too long, but I can't remember. Maybe not. Maybe not. If I can't find it quick, I'm not gonna. Going through my watch history. My watch history. What did I watch on Friday? Oh, Indie After Dark number 44. That's what I watched on Friday.
Oh, Howard's got a pretty good comment here. They're rarely held accountable only when the public raises the blame. That's exactly right.
Yep. Exactly. Yep.
I know here, this has been about 3 or 4 years ago. The cops were called out. This town is where I grew up at, McKinney, here in Texas. And of course, it's got a lot bigger since I was a kid, but they were called out to these people were having a swimming pool party. Teenagers were. And I guess a lot of stuff is going on out there. So they send a bunch of cops out. Well, this one cop has got somebody on the ground, handcuffing them. And these kids, these were all teenagers, but these ones I seen. They were walking around trying to kick the cop that was doing the handcuffing. And then another sneaks up behind him, going to do whatever. And the cop pulls his gun. I mean, right there on the spot, pulled a gun. I mean, there was 1,000 cameras there. And he wound up getting fired that same day for pulling his gun. I can't say as I blame him, man. If I was there and there's 200 people at a party and people trying to kick me and everything, now I might do the same thing. That's why I wouldn't be a cop. Miss Minder Sue, hello, Miss Minder Sue, good to see you.
Hey, Miss Minder Sue, good to see you. Okay, so I will change the subject soon because I know Miss Minder Sue didn't like this conversation a couple of weeks ago.
No.
And we all like Miss Minder Sue, so. But I did find the one, so I'm gonna bring this one up real quick, and then we'll change. We will move on to the next topic.
Moving right along, huh? Right along.
So this is well, yeah, I'll just let them explain it. But yeah, it's in the beginning, I like what they did because they took clips of a sheriff saying, don't do home invasions, don't go into someone's house that isn't yours if you're not supposed to be in there because you will go out in a box, and then yet they turn around and the cops are going in someone's house without a warrant and doing the same thing. So it's like they're doing a home invasion basically.
Stay out of people's house. Stay out of their home.
That's a good sheriff there.
If you don't, you'll end up like these last two guys
That's the
have.
Florida guy, right?
Yeah.
It's my arm, my left arm. You don't have a right to forcibly break into someone's home.
Right.
This is another incident
Unless you're the cop, then
where you just should have left. But when you came back to the house, it's not your home, and you tried to break in.
I'm not picking on you, Miss Anderson. We love you.
And you're shot and killed while breaking into the house, that's a bad choice. And it's the last bad choice he'll make. To forcibly break into their home is a deadly decision.
Raw body cam footage posted on police activities YouTube page in Ogle.
I'm not sure how James Freeman is. I know Brian told me it was all right to share his video, so I'm not. I haven't talked to James, but I'm gonna play it in 2 times because I don't want to get
Illinois, Ogle County, Illinois, on June 12, 2024, at 8:39 a.m. Ogle County law enforcement responded to a 911 call from a residence in the 400 block of Rice Lane. Family member reported that 32-year-old Jonathan had threatened himself and others. The situation quickly escalated, prompting the deployment of a SWAT team and hostage negotiators at 9:18. Despite repeated attempts to communicate with the guy inside of the house, there was no response from within the house. So at 11:51 a.m., they decided to bust down his door.
Do a home invasion.
Heads up here. Heads up here. Step out.
They throw a flashbang in, and then the guy in the house.
Wait. Bang out.
The guy in the house, and he has the right to do so to protect his home and himself and his family. People are breaking in. It doesn't matter if they got a shiny badge on and in a uniform.
What were they there for in the first place? I mean, I didn't catch it. He was talking too fast.
Well, he was saying that there was. I'll play it again.
The deployment of a SWAT team and threatened him. Family member reported that 32-year-old Jonathan had threatened himself and others. The situation quickly escalated, prompting the deployment of a SWAT team and hostage negotiators at 9:18. Despite repeated attempts to communicate with the guy inside of the house, there was no response from within the house. So at 11:51 a.m., they decided to bust.
Right, and they don't have a warrant.
Wait. Bang out.
I can kind of see them doing that if they think somebody's life is in danger at that second. I can see them going in right then, but they can get a judge's signature on a warrant in a heartbeat, you know. So I think it. I don't know. Well, it depends on how they rate the situation.
That's the thing too, where a lot of people like misunderstand, because I get it. I understand, like I always say, I try to be as open-minded as I can. So I see both sides. I see where the cops are coming from and what, you know, but they still have to follow the rules, you know.
Yes, they should.
Yeah, like Steve said, they're responding to a hearsay. Like they still don't have a warrant. They still have to follow the laws, you know. Yankees for life. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. But yeah, they still have to follow the laws. So they basically just did a home invasion, and the guy was like,
but you know what? If they would have stood back and not did anything, and then somebody did get killed, they would all be in trouble for not going in. So I mean, I can see both sides of it too. I think they should have got the warrant themselves, but you know,
right. And I know too, if they need a warrant in situations like that, they can do it. You know, but the amazing part to me is, one of the cops got shot in the arm, in the left arm, which is funny because when they were trying to get him out of there, the cops like, where's it at? It was pretty funny. Yeah, and the guy that got shot in the arm, I'll mute it so he gets shot in the arm, and the left arm, right there in the left arm, and then this cop is grabbing his left arm to drag him away from there, and the cop that got shot's like, no, not that arm, it's my left arm. And he's just pulling him away at the same time. Hey, William Grammer, thank you, brother. Thank you. But I don't know. I guess it's the whole point is like they think they're above the law because they still do things all the time.
They do, and without warrants and stuff. That's why a lot of people are turning against them. I mean, that and stuff that happened to DC, and I mean, you name, there's millions of stories that go around.
Yeah. Right, exactly, Angelique. They can get emergency warrant. Yeah, they can, but they you know. But
well, no, I know
Miss Minder Sue, we're not picking on you because we love you. We're definitely not picking on you.
Well, I know I've known cops that told me that they went into the judges when the judge was having court, went in and got a warrant signed while he was in court. So, and yeah, they got the right to warrant up and stuff. And I ain't saying they can get it, you know, the snap of the finger, but they can get it pretty darn quick compared to how they usually operate. I mean, most time it takes them 3 hours just to get to the site, you know.
Yep. Even longer in Detroit, but yeah, and timed up exactly. That's the whole point because it started around 9 a.m. and it was after 12 or it was like 1 o'clock or something with time, and they They had plenty of time to get one, but they didn't.
They sure
It's
did.
all FOIA, Freedom of Information Act.
And devil plenty of time. Well, believe me, I want cops. I want us to have cops, but I don't want them to be crooked. You know, I want them to be like they're supposed to be. They're supposed to serve and protect. That's what they're there for.
Yep.
And they'll tell you they're not there to protect you.
That's my whole argument about when I say there's no such thing as good cops. And everyone's like, well, they're all, and I understand, and I'd like to believe that too. But if you break it down, if there were good cops, there wouldn't be any bad cops because the good cops wouldn't allow the bad. But what happens when the bad cops are violating people's rights, the good cops just stand back and let it happen. So that automatically makes you a bad cop. Even if you still have good intentions, if you're allowing that to happen, it technically still makes you a bad cop, right?
No, I would have to agree. Definitely have to agree.
Great, James, but it is still hearsay. What? Did beautiful Nina pop in? Oh, she did. She is. Hey, baby. Anyway.
Action. Well, in a situation like that, that's what I was saying. I could see it, see him doing it because whoever was there made the decision. He undoubtedly thought that somebody could get killed, but he almost got one of his officers killed for nothing.
Yep. I can't believe nobody did in that with all them bullets flying everywhere. And
I guarantee you, I back the blue when they're right. No doubt about it. But they just ain't right that often these days.
Right. I see what you're saying, John Dunning. But this is more of they sign up. This is their job. So and when you sign up to be a police officer, you're supposed to be signing up to protect and serve and to make the country a better place, right? So it's a little, but yeah, if you were to put that logic in it, then yeah, we are bad people, but it's not what we're signing up for. We're not, I'm not signing up to be a Superman and go out there and, but if that were my job, then yeah. No, see, that's what I'm saying. How people twist my words. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Just like I was saying earlier, I never said that I don't think we shouldn't have police. I just think there should be more accountability. But everyone twists the words, and now I'm saying that there's no such thing as good citizens because we sit back and let things happen. Well, I'm not getting paid. I didn't sign up to get paid to not let bad things happen. So that's irrelevant, dude. That's completely.
Well, I'll say it again. The problem is if they enforce the Constitution and the Bill of Rights, and then the laws of the city and everything in the state come next, well, that's fine. But they very seldom ever enforce the Constitution. They don't even know the Constitution. So how could they enforce it? Most of them don't anyway.
Yeah, I mean, go to any cop, whatever city or state you're in, go to any random, the next cop you see and ask them to tell you what the 5 elements of the First Amendment are. And I will bet you $100, whatever city or state you're in, whatever random cop you ask, I'll bet you $100 he will not know all 5 elements of the First Amendment. I'm making that bet on live stream right now.
Most of them wouldn't know the first 2.
Right. I mean, most citizens don't even know it, but it's a cop's job. Well, it should be a cop's job to know the Constitution because that's what they're supposed to be protecting.
It should be. I think that.
But they're not.
Well, most people, and I used to be the same way, looked at cops as just right below a lawyer, like he should know or a constitutional lawyer, like he should know the Constitution, and that he did, and that he knew and understood the law. All they understand is the laws. I'm talking about the police now, police forces. They understand the laws of that city and what their police chief tells them to do. That's all they understand, and that's all they want to understand because that's who they're working for. It's who signs their checks. But to me, there's no excuse for not enforcing the Constitution or breaking
Right.
people's constitutional rights. I just don't think it's right at all.
And James is right. That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
That was kind of recent, but yeah, it's not their job to protect and serve, but to enforce the law. But think of that enforcement, law enforcement. Where is that? Like peace officers, but they're going to enforce.
And how could they enforce the law? I mean, if they're not going to protect citizens, what do we want them for? I mean, protect
Right.
yourself. It's what you have to do anyway. The way that's wrote, I mean, it just don't make any sense to me at all.
I mean, that's when I grew up. That's what it was. You need help, you go to a policeman. You know, they're there to help you. And peace officers, they're there to make everything okay.
Not anymore, though. Undoubtedly not. Now that town I was talking about a while ago, McKinney, they not only have a police department, but the sheriff's office is also located there. It's the county seat. They have a marshal's office. I don't know how many marshals they got, and there's one other one there. In other words, they got 3 or 4 different law enforcement agencies, and I guarantee you they all do the same thing, right around writing out tickets and crap. For the most part. I mean, I ain't saying they don't do some good things because I know a lot of them do.
Right. And I'm not saying that either. There are. I mean, when I say there's no good cops, I mean and now that same cop out of uniform, I met one a couple of weeks ago. Remember, he was knocking on my front door. I was like, what the hell? That guy was cool. I still don't think he's a good cop. He's a good person. I think he was a good person, but when he's in uniform, I don't think he's a good cop.
What Snook said, hit the like button.
Yeah. What is it at? Let me look. I haven't looked.
Said
Yep,
50.
42 likes.
Oh yeah, 8 more 50. I saw the 50. I thought it was 50. But it tanked.
Well, we have 410 people in here. Or wait, did I add a 0? I added a 0. Shit. 41.
Your eyes is kind of going out on you there, Steve, I do believe.
The what is?
Your eyes, you said you had 410.
Oh yeah, because my eyes go cross-eyed sometimes like that.
You're ugly enough without doing that. No,
Who was
Steve.
the wait? Topspin said the Parkland, or wait, who was the Acorn cop? Who was that dude?
Acorn cop.
An acorn fell on. There's a dude handcuffed.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about now.
They patted the guy down twice, so they know that he has no weapons or anything on him. Twice they pat him down. He's in handcuffs, so his hands are behind his back, in the back of the cop car. Doors are locked. Acorn falls on top of the car, and they mag dump on their own vehicle. And I don't know how the dude didn't, not one bullet hit him.
He said, shots
Thank
fired,
God
shots
for
fired,
him.
shots fired.
Yeah, and just he thought he was like in a video game or something, and just started rolling on the ground and like, dude.
Guys ate up, I can tell you that much, man.
But my whole thing, which is funny, that my whole, even when I brought up the Here's the Deal video in the beginning with the amount of tickets and all that, my whole point was to what Topspin just reminded me, because it says that shows the corruption in that police department, allowing someone to abuse the system, making an entire career out of sitting outside of a school all day. But my whole point was, now that's the police. And I said a little bit ago how it always starts at the top. Because if you're like the leader or whatever, and you're allowing that stuff to happen, of course, those people are going to do that. So now let's switch over to government and politicians. That all starts from the top too. And it just works its way down. So how can you trust any politician?
Only one I trust.
I don't trust any. Not even Mr. T, because there's a few things that he wants to make laws that are gonna, I don't know, make it worse for us.
The only thing I don't agree with him on is that qualified immunity. Now, I don't agree with him on that. At least that's all I've heard that I disagree.
Right. Yeah, to
But-
indemnify police.
Yeah, but
you know, it's kind of like Brian was saying with, you know, the Nazis. I'm sure there was good ones too. They probably stopped and pet your dog and were nice to you and everything, but does that make them good? So, and it's always, oh, well, just a little bit of a change, you know, we'll just do this for the greater of the good. But it's like us being the frog sitting in that boiling pot of water. We're not noticing that it's getting hotter and hotter just because they're making little changes here and there for the greater of the good. Well, greater of what good? Our good or their good? You know?
well, most of them it's their good, no doubt about it. But
Right.
I got to tell you, man, that with Trump, yeah, I mean, he's a man. He's made mistakes, and he'll make more mistakes because he is a man. But as far as the people that have ran this country since I've been alive, he is head and shoulders above all of them. And he's more than that. I mean, my goodness, he's so far above him, it's not even funny, in my opinion. There's no other person, at least right now, that I would even think about voting for other than Trump. And I'm proud to be that way. I got to tell you, man. Yeah, I know he's
Right.
made some
No,
mistakes.
that's cool. I mean, just the way I look at it is, and don't get me wrong, when he was in office, my business was booming. I had
Beautiful
money.
V.
Life was beautiful. Oh, beautiful V, aloha.
He's in the house. Hello, beautiful V.
He changed the name. I didn't notice. But yeah, it's so good to see you. But yeah, but don't get me wrong, when he was in office, yeah, I mean, my business was booming, life was great, can't complain. But I don't know, and at the end of the day, still got a politician, you know, and that's why I voted for him the first time, because he wasn't a politician, but then he is now, you know.
I still don't think he is. I still don't think he is. I mean, yeah, he says it because he has to be in the political arena, you know. So I guess in a way it makes him a politician, but at heart, there's no way he's a politician. If he was, he'd be just like all the rest of them. But I don't believe he is. He's not my idea of a politician. I'll put it like that. At all. I mean, I just can't see, you know, anybody wanting to vote for anyone else besides him in the upcoming election or any other election as far as that goes. I mean, I wish he could run 10 times if he'd done as good as he did the last time. And if all that I'm hearing and reporting on is true, and I think it is, because believe me, it's not just me that's talking about this stuff. It's a whole bunch of people that are a whole lot better researchers than I am. And the thing of it is, you know, you got to really dig into it to find out what all is really going on. You can't just read an article or two and understand it. It takes a whole lot more than that. Chrissy Cat,
Right.
What's going on, Chrissy? Good to see you, Chrissy Cat.
Hey, Chrissy Cat, aloha. Dang it, now you got one other video on my mind that just reminded me of, but it's going to take me forever to find it, so I'm not going to look for it. Oh, wait, shoot. Sorry, I wasn't even looking for it, and it just popped up.
I agree with Miss Minnesota here. She says Mr. T is a businessman, period, ready to save our republic with John at his side. And I totally agree with that, Miss Minnesota. Well, there's a lot of people who don't believe about John either, but I definitely do.
I would like to believe that, but I guess a part of me does, but the other part of me doesn't. I guess I could put it that way.
About John?
No, about, you know, Mr. T is a businessman, period, ready to save our republic.
He
I would
is.
like to
That's
believe that, but at the end of the day, I don't know if that's completely true.
I
I
believe
would
he
like
is.
to believe it. I wish it were completely true. But then again, that's just my opinion. I have no fucking idea what I'm talking about. I'm just some plumber from Detroit that lives in Hawaii. I mean, I don't know shit, you know?
That's all in it is opinion. But
Right.
But look at it this way: why in the world would he be trying to? If he was like the other ones and evil like they are, then why would he be trying to destroy evil and lock them up and everything? That, to me, that don't make a lick of sense. You know, if he was evil like them, then he would be trying to help them. You know, and all he'd have to do right now to get him off his back is drop out of the race. That's all he'd have to do.
But isn't indemnifying the police helping them by giving them more power to be more corrupt? Isn't that kind of, you know what I mean? It's,
well, you got to understand what he's going to be doing after he retakes office with the police. And what's going to happen is when Nassar comes in, and I definitely believe that's going to come in because that's what a lot of this has been about. But when that comes in, all the politicians are going to have to step down. And then 120 days later, there'll be a new vote, and that's how it'll all be set up again. But when that happens, that means the police will have to step down. I mean, you're going to have to take care of yourself for the most part for those 120 days. So get ready, because I don't know when it's going to happen, but it's going to happen sooner or later.
what, the Nassara? Is that what you?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
the whole thing. But
If
Nassar
that
is
is what- I think it was you that explained it to me, but it's been a while. But yeah, I'm from what I remember. Yeah,
what happens on 9/11? Remember the day before that, before 9/11, Rumsfeld came out and said there was trillions of dollars missing from the Defense Department, and he was supposed to report on that the next day. Well, the next day, I think it was the next day, but anyway, the next day was the day that Nassar was supposed to go into effect. That's why 9/11 happened. It's because Nassar was supposed to go into effect. Bill Clinton signed off on it. Yeah, the Congress signed off on it. Bill Clinton signed off on it. That was the day it's supposed to go into effect. And so that's why the biggest reason for that. I mean, they had several reasons for doing it, but that was one of the biggest.
well, that makes sense too, right?
It certainly does. Plus, it hit the $3 trillion that was missing from the Defense Department. And plus, there was a lot of money at the bottom of one of those tires, if not both of them. And a certain big wig judge got the majority of that. Of course, can't say his name, but I would love to. Well, the head of the Supreme Court is still John Roberts, right? I think it is. That's almost left the Supreme Court anyway, right now.
Wait, what's going on here?
What?
How come I see Miss Minder Sue comment on the YouTube side, but I don't see it on the StreamYard side? I was going to highlight it. Huh.
Oh,
But I don't. What's going on? But anyway, Ms. Miners, you said I completely agree with you, Ronnie. But it's not on the StreamYard side. I can't highlight what. That's weird.
was it that one?
Nope. No, it was 1 minute ago. It was 2 minutes ago. After James said, Chrissy Cat, hello back to you. And then after that, it was Miss Minder Shoes, but it's not in the StreamYard part. That's weird. But anywho, Chrissy Cat, so you've been on Hawaii with Nick, pretty darn good. Yeah, yes, thank you, and yes, to an extent. I don't know.
I don't see it either.
It was kind of clipped, I guess. It's not what, if you, any edited video you watch on YouTube, let's just say it's not what it seems. Don't believe everything you see or hear. I'm in hiding so you don't pick on me. we don't pick on you, Ms. Minder Sue. But no, that's all I could say about that, because I don't want to talk bad about anyone. But yeah, it's never what it seems to be. But it's still a good video.
You still I had a God moment in my kitchen when I realized John was alive. That was in 2018. I don't even remember the year that I finally figured out he was alive. I think it's before that, but I wouldn't swear to it. But I mean, there's so much evidence out there of him being alive that it's if you could see it all at one time, I guarantee you'd believe it. But I mean, I understand why you don't believe. Most people don't believe he's alive, but he is. But the thing you got to look at is, to me, is the first thing you got to look at is the plane crash, and how they supposedly pulled the bodies up and everything, and how it was set up before the plane ever left. That's the key right there, is figuring out how everything was set up before the plane ever left.
Right. And I was just gonna say, I don't believe he is or isn't, but if I had to choose, I would believe he is more than the.
I would bet money that he is. What?
Wow. Well, because of where to go? Chrissy's comment. She said she's seen the video on Hawaii with Nick. Pretty darn good. I was going to bring up the one that I did. Or is that the one you're talking about? Or are you talking about on Nick's channel? Because I know I was on Nick's video on his channel, but then I had a video too. But when I said, holy shit, because it's been going up, it was at 7.2 thousand just a couple hours ago, and it just skyrocketed to 7.4. Like just in the last couple hours, it just got a whole shit ton of views. That's crazy.
I'm glad you're getting all the views on it. It was a good video. I've seen yours and Nick's, both of them. They're both good.
It's exciting too, man, to watch it, because none of my videos get views. My actual videos, my shorts get views, and the lives do, but the actual videos really don't. But I don't really do a lot of videos, but I want to start doing them.
I need to start getting back on more often and get back up where I was. Try to anyway. Doubt I'll ever get there, but because I can't get on as much as I want to, because I just ain't got the oomph or don't feel like however you want to put it. But I sure would love to be able to get back on more. One way or the other, I'm going to. But it's has to be on 30 minutes at a time, which may be the case.
Right. Well, I did say too, we were doing, if that video hits 10,000 views, we're going to do a follow-up video, which we're going to do the follow-up video anyway, if it hits 10,000 or not. But that will be soon. That we're going to, well, the video probably won't post for another month by the time, because I'm going to have to edit it. And with Nick Johnson in Hawaii. Well, I just posted the video I did, which it's only like 11 minutes, but did you see that Rescue had a vid go viral and went from 800? No, really? When did this happen? No shit. Hold on, now I gotta go. Good for him. What was the video that went viral? Wow, did you hear about that, Ronnie?
No.
I really haven't been watching, and no offense to anyone, I really been watching anyone's channel in the last couple months, but.
Me either. I hardly watch anybody at all myself anymore. Too busy trying to take care of my own.
Right, yeah, that's what I mean. It's like there's so much work that goes in. Now I can't even find his channel. Shit. Indy, can you drop his channel for me? I know I'm subbed to him, but I can't. The hell? I want to check this out, though. Oh, never mind. My computer just said something went wrong and nothing's working.
StreamYard's still working.
Is it? Okay, I'm not frozen. All right.
No.
I think I got too many tabs open. Close that tab. Close that tab. Close that tab. There we go.
Now is it working?
Yep, there we go.
All right.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Andy. All right. So, this is the video off the grid. You won't mind if we share it, will he? I'm happy. I'm happy for anyone if their shit goes viral. Look at that. Yeah, he went to 3.9 thousand.
Deplorable. I'll go with any of those labels. I don't really get caught up in labels. Look, I've been called a redneck, a hillbilly, a
74,000
nerd, a
views.
geek. I find those to be terms of endearment now. You start breeding your own stock. These chicks were raised right on the nest with the
Wow.
mother.
Good for him, man. Shout out to Rescue. Sweet. I don't want to play the whole video and take away any views for him if people are going to check it out, but good shit, man. When did that happen? Well, let's see. This 13 days ago. Okay.
Good for rescue.
74,000 views. Wow.
Who's that
That's
Thomas
exciting.
Massey guy?
I'm excited over 7.4 thousand views, man. That's really exciting. 74.
Who's that Thomas Massey guy that was talking there? You know him?
Nope.
Me either.
That's here, let me go back to it. Oh shit, where'd it go? Oh, right here. Yeah, I don't know who Thomas Massey is. Let's see if he
I like what he said about being called all them names, because I have too. You know, for believing in what you do. All right.
Thomas Massey. Oh, it took me to X or Twitter at Rep Thomas Massey, U.S. Representative, KY4, engineer, farmer, inventor, 30 patents, Appalachian American. So it says he's got 841.4 thousand followers on X, 15.2 thousand following, whatever. If you like the second half of my conversation with Tucker Carlson, you might enjoy this short movie about my farm and house. It's Off the Grid with Thomas Massey, produced by Free the People. Steve Cutler, what's up, brother? Yeah, I never heard of Thomas Massey before. Hey, there, Unspecified Beach came back in with another name.
She can't figure out which one she likes the best. Oh, she got her a hot toddy too, I think. Is that what that says? Yeah, she got her a hot toddy. What,
As
V don't
long as
drink?
it's got a little bit of the Irish whiskey mixed in there with it, yeah? Just a splash of the Irish whiskey.
Just a splash. But see, I think what V does is she fills the glass up almost to the brim with the whiskey, and then she puts in some drop, whatever.
Yeah, just a drop of coffee.
Yeah.
She knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing.
What the hell? My camera quit working.
I was gonna say your camera just went off. It didn't look like you shut it off. It did like a weird thing.
I didn't touch it, but it came right back on. Oh, I bet the wire may be loose down here. Oh, as long as it's working, I ain't gonna mess with it.
James, supposedly Massey represents Kentucky, which isn't even a real place. That's funny.
One drop, man.
One drop. Just a wee little drop of coffee and your Irish whiskey is perfect.
V, am I right? Is that the way you do it? Just fill the glass up with whiskey and put one drop of coffee in it. I want to know, because I'm gonna make me one. I'm just kidding. I ain't gonna make me one.
Hey, what's up, Frederick, LA? Aloha, brother.
What's up, for Steve Harloha? Hope all is well.
Oh, that just reminded me. What are we at? Oh, 49. We're at 49 likes.
Are we ever gonna reach 50? I know all you people ain't hit the like button. Come on, somebody hit the like button, make it 50.
Oh,
Go here, 50,
man.
50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50.
When we first started doing the karaoke, Ron and me and you, we used to get like 100 likes. Remember that?
Mm-hmm. That's because we sang so good, though.
Oh, yeah, that's right, because we sang. Sang.
Start singing, Steve. See how many likes we get.
You are so beautiful to me. Uh-oh, Craig the Hunter's in the house.
Oh, you know he's going to hit the like button if you keep singing. Oh,
And every time Craig the Hunter comes in the house, my mic starts doing this weird thing. I don't know if I could do the rest, Ronnie. I don't know if I could do the rest on live.
Craig, do it.
If you guys knew what we were talking about, this funny. So when Craig's on, make your mic bounce like that and just go like.
like he did that day his mic went out. Remember that?
It's Double Dog.
There's Double Dog. What's up, D-Dog?
Yeah, see, Craig came in and my mind got sidetracked. I was about to say something and Craig got me all excited. What the hell was I going to say?
I have no idea. Craig got you excited, huh?
Right?
Well, he can't help it.
My mic started doing this thing. My mouth just started making a certain shape. I was like, what's going on? What's happening? I can't control myself.
Well, see, he can't help it because he is Craig the Hunter after all. And when he comes in, that happens to a lot of people. I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's. I mean, he won't even schedule a live. He'll just go live, and then boom, 200 people there are like.
I know it.
Mesmerized. He does. He has that effect. I have that effect. Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah, I have to check every time. I have to check every time I come on to make sure Craig's not on, because I know if he's on, I ain't going to get no views at all. There won't be nobody in the chat.
If Craig's on, YouTube shut down.
Yeah. They say nobody else is allowed on here but Craig while Craig is on.
See, that's how you find out. If you don't get a notification and you're not sure, just go live. And if you have 0 people in there, it's like, yeah, Craig's on.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly right. And he won't pay attention. He won't focus, you know. I tried to get him to focus the other night. He just won't focus. He left. Well, I was trying to get him to focus.
That's like a gift, though, because that's hard to do. He could be talking like he'll bring up a news article and be like, yep, so this is who Thomas Massey is. And then someone else will go to say something. He'll be like, so anyway. It's like, but wait, what about the time? I don't know who Thomas Massey is. That was 30 seconds ago. We're done with that.
And the thing about his real news, fake news, you can't tell which one's real and which one's fake. You know,
right?
Not or true, fake, however he puts it now.
That is cool though how he does that. I don't know where you come up with those articles, but it's some
no guarantee exactly. I love it when Garrett's in there and Chris is in there at the same time, because Craig's always telling him to focus.
Right.
Craig ain't even focusing.
Oh wow, look at this. See, I just typed in fake news Hawaii, but then it didn't take me to fake news. It took me to Hawaii News Now. I don't know, maybe Hawaii News Now is fake news.
That's what I was going to say. Maybe they're fake.
But it says death investigation launched after body found with injuries in water off North Shore. Man accused of stabbing Walmart employee. Wow. In Hawaii? That shit doesn't happen out here.
You mean y'all have murders and things there in Hawaii? It's hard to believe.
You do, but maybe 2 or 3 times a year, like rarely. I know there was one a few months ago. It was a man and a husband, or a husband and a wife, man and a woman.
I think you had it right the first time, man and a husband.
But I guess they were married for a while. They had a kid, and I guess there was a history of him, flying off the handle pretty easily, and then they went to a Pearl Ridge Mall and ended her right there in front of the kid in the back seat, and then ran, and then ended up ending himself. And that's like so far this year, I think that's it. But what did I see? I see hey, there's Mom.
Gotta take this
Aloha,
call.
Mom. Okay. Aloha, Mom. Good to see you. I seen your name in there, but I didn't see you pop in. James, love you more than Dave. Why you whisper the question like that? Which one? What'd I miss? Who whispered? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Frederick, you're way behind. I was gonna say I whispered earlier in the beginning. You're like an hour and 20 minutes behind. Yeah, be on your best behavior, David and James. I love her the mostest. I love her more. The old fella is nice. Yeah, did you this was like a month ago too, but the mayor um the people in Waianae, which is like the leeward side, the west end of the island, there's like a lot of break-ins and people breaking in cars and just a lot of crime going on. And so all the people of Waianae went to the town meeting or whatever, and the mayor or the guy from Waianae was asking the mayor, like, what are you going to do about this, because like all this crime's happening and it's not getting any better. And then the mayor literally told the dude from Waianae that, well, what are you doing about it? The police can't be everywhere. What are you doing about it to make it safer? And basically was telling him to take the law into his own hands. It's like, oh, it's like that then. Okay. Yeah, and then here you go. And then the news will put out, mayor joins hundreds of neighborhood watch march in Waianae. Yeah. After he told them, what are you doing about it? Like, what? I'm supposed to do something about it? All right, I'm gonna stop looking at all that garbage. It's poisoning your head. Just like in the opening when Craig the Hunter or no wait, that wasn't Craig. That was who was that? What's his name, Craig? Your Ronnie's little brother, Bobby. Bobby Cash said it. The demons and all in these internet webs poisoning us. Who lives in the hood? I'm missing too much chat. Oh, Snooks. I bet David's your mom's favorite son. Ouch. Good. He bet. I was gonna ask too. He better have because he told me yesterday that that's what he was gonna do. And if he didn't, I was gonna buy a plane ticket just to fly back, smack him in the face, and then come straight back here because it's too hot. I left Michigan because it was too cold, but right now it's too hot in Michigan. What is it today, Dave? Is it still over 100 or around 100 degrees? Because I know Ronnie was saying earlier it's 100 degrees in Texas. It's only 72 here, but it feels like 87. So shouldn't that just be what it is? If it feels like 87, shouldn't they just say it's 87? Not it's 72, but feels like 87. We'll just say it's 87 if that's what it feels like, right? The live cam. Oh yeah, I think they got one of those here in Maui. I've seen a few times. It's just a live cam of the beach or the ocean or whatever. Hey Dean. Oh yeah, Dean. I think it was you left a comment. Aloha, by the way. But yeah, and Snooks. I don't know if you want to drop that. I got new merch that I'm actually excited about. But if you could drop that, Snooks, it's the left right paradigm. and it says left or right, red or blue, the government doesn't give a about you, but it's F and then an X and then a CK. And I think Dean was asking if that was just for the YouTube part or what, but no, but I still have to go back in and put it on other, because right now you can just get coffee cup, t-shirt, or a sticker, but I'll make it optional. So if you want it to say FUCK or have it like, if you can wear it out in public out of respect for other people, I guess, but, or if you want it to say the actual word, you can have that too. But right now it's just the FXCK. But I'm getting all three. So hopefully in a couple of weeks, I'll be drinking my coffee mug that says left or right, red or blue, the government doesn't give a fug about you. Government cares sticker. G. May Merkel lives in a magical place. Oh, thank you, Snooks. Yep, that's the one. Did I do it right though? See, so it's not a clickable link in the chat, but because I remember last time, Snooks, you were like on Thursday, and then Dave noticed it, and I said, no, I seen it. We got it covered. But I clicked the shareable link, copied it, pasted it, and then put it in there, and I thought, I don't know. I'm not computer genius, so I never heard that. Oh, okay. So it was somebody else then. My bad. But let me see. I just click buttons until it says it worked and hope my computer just doesn't catch on fire.
I'm back. I just can't get my camera on. Well, somebody.
Nope, somebody at the door.
Yep.
Uh-oh. Yeah, see, even in the post I did, it's not clickable. What the hell? I'm always screwing something up. Here we go. Or did you already get it, Snooks, and I wasn't looking? Oh, okay. All right, Snooks, gotcha. I know it's in my About section. That one's clickable. But let me see. Copy. Let's see if this works. I don't know if it's going to be clickable. Nope. What the hell? It's clickable in the About section. Yeah, I'll have to get with you, Indy, and you have to explain that because I don't know how that shit works. But anyway, I'll pull this up to show everybody. Where'd it go? Here we go. Hey, wait. There we go. See, so it's got my logo on there. And it's got the left or right, red or blue. Government doesn't give a fuck about you. Or you can get a coffee mug. Or you can get a sticker and put it on the back of your car like I'm doing. And I made it as cheap as I could because I'm not trying to make profit or make money off it. And at first I made it because you can't put zero. Like there's a spot where you can put how much profit you make. And I put 0 and it's like, nope, can't do that. So then I put 10 cents, I think, and it wouldn't go through. So then I emailed them and I'm like, I don't know why it's not going through. And they said, because it has to be at least $1. I forgot. But the profit, like it has to be a certain number for profit. I'm like, but I don't want to make profit. I just want my merch out there, you know? But that's their policy, so.
That door knock, man, I'm glad I answered it because that was my manager bringing me my supper. Man, I mean, he's got me a whole plate load there of barbecued chicken and macaroni and cheese, potato salad, tomatoes, and pinto beans, it looks like.
Pinto beans.
I'm gonna eat tonight, man.
Oh yeah, I love beans. Right, Snooks. Yeah, I don't want to make money off it though. I just think it's cool though. But and real quick, aloha, Oahu Rooter. Only reason I hit that comment is just because of the word race synthesis. But I'm not disagreeing with your comment at all. But
synthesis. What the hell does that mean?
Yeah, racist.
Oh.
And he was just, I don't know if you've seen it or not. Is it still in the StreamYard part? Hey, Javel, aloha. I didn't see Javel come in. See, that one's not even in the, what's going on with StreamYard? It's not like showing,
It's me. I have no idea.
But here, I'll put the comment in the private chat.
The old fella is back. What's that supposed to mean, Craig?
Here you go. I put the comment in private chat.
Oh, okay.
That he put, but I just, I'm not disagreeing with that comment, brother. Definitely not disagreeing with it. Right, there you go. That one you can put. To each their own. Because I do believe in freedom of speech, but I still have to follow YouTube rules,
Well, I thought you just had to follow certain ones. That's what I do.
Certain ones, yep. As long as I don't have to start another channel, because if I have to start another channel, I don't know, man.
Oh, you do it just like that. I can't snap my fingers worth of shit on that hand, so let me do it with this one. You can do it just like that.
But after all the hard work you put into one,
tell me about it. I know.
We talked about it before. If you were still on your first original channel that got shut down, you'd have way more subscribers than me right now.
You'd think. Well, no, not. I don't think I'd have any more, but I'd have a lot more than I got now. I do,
because I mean, what has it been? 7, 8 channels ago? Maybe more, 9.
I think it's 9.
Yeah, you would have Slobberjaw. How have you been, brother? Good to see you, man. Long time no see.
Yeah. My camera went back out again, so I don't know what's wrong with the damn thing. She don't want to work, Steve. She don't want to work.
It was the finger snap. Like, in the videos when they're like, and then it goes to a different.
I guess so. See if it'll work now.
Okay. Hey, the cat's in here too. What's up, the cat?
There it goes. The old fella's back again.
You just got to jiggle it. Just got to jiggle it a little bit.
I have to unplug it. I don't know what's the deal. I unplugged it and plugged it back in just a minute ago, and it went off again. The third time's charm, it does again. I ain't gonna turn it back on again. Yes, you are a troublemaker, Craig.
Wahoo Rooter. I like a Wahoo Rooter's comment. Yeah, fishing. Fishing is. I think he likes fishing.
I don't know who y'all are talking about. So I'm gonna have to find his comment.
Just being sarcastic.
Oh, I got you.
Never Slobberjaw. I'm uncontrollable. No, she has. Nina's been keeping me out of trouble. Slap it. Yeah. So you got to jiggle a little bit, Ronnie. When the camera goes there, you jiggle a little bit. And then, like Craig said, then slap it.
I guess that's what I'm going to start doing. Wiggle it, jiggle it, jiggle it, jiggle it, jiggle it, jiggle it.
You got to jiggle it just a little bit.
Did you hear that Craig is wanting to take me on a wrestling match?
Wrestling match?
Mm-hmm.
You mean like go watch one or like?
No, he's wanting us to wrestle. He says he can beat me.
Oh, it's like the actual. Okay. Well, this is definitely got to be on video. That's how you go viral right there.
Yeah, it would be. That would definitely go viral.
Craig and Ronnie set up a ring. Oh hell yeah! You'd have like 10,000 people watching that.
Craig, maybe we ought to do that. You think?
I think it's a good idea. I put a 1 in the chat if you think that's a good idea. I think it's a great idea.
And see, he says, I think I can take him. I bet you can't, Craig.
Here's a question, Craig. How tall are you, Craig? Because I know Ronnie is a tall mofo, and he's got that old man strength. He's been around for a while, man.
I'm a slow mofo too.
But you got that old man strength though, so and the reach.
Yeah, it's gonna be all wrestling, Chrissy.
And Craig definitely has great outfits. I've seen them. Those what are those called? Those what are they? Mexican wrestling masks. 6'1". So what you got like 5 inches on him, Ronnie?
Yep. At least.
Dang. Yeah. We got to make that happen now because that'll definitely go viral.
You know, I would get in the ring with him and walk over there, you know, and shake hands like we're supposed to do. And I'd go back to my corner and I'd talk to whoever my manager there was, telling me to say, hey, move all them people aside because I'm about to run.
It'll be
there you go. That right there.
We'd have Pablo. Pablo would be the ref.
Yeah, there you go. I'm going to climb right like that. Well, I ain't never climbed the jungle gym. They didn't have them back when I was a kid, so at least not at school on it too.
Yeah, I was talking about that the other day with someone with the difference of like whatever at parks for kids to play with now compared to like back in the day. Like now everything's like plastic and padded, and back in the day it was just like dirt and rocks and stones and a big piece of metal.
Sure as crap was. I guarantee there wasn't no padding on none of our swings or anything. It was literally wooden swings with a rope. You know, not a chain, but a rope on each side of the swing.
Yep. Yeah, an actual rope, like gripping on it and slide. That you're gonna feel that for the next 2 weeks.
That's what I'll do in Angelina. I'll bring a stand in. That's what I'll do. Food Craig. And my stand in will be Craig up.
He's gonna go slide down your slide. Yeah, I switched my who said that?
Oh no,
who said that? I was white as a ghost. I just seen it. But anyway, I'm white as a ghost because I got the stand-up decks and I had to rearrange everything, so I don't have everything set up yet for my.
His lighting is wrong. Is what he's trying to say.
Yeah. See, I just do this, and then you could just see me green screen style.
We like the pool though, and that beautiful background, and what that curtain does, that green curtain, whatever the hell you call it, green screen, it just hides your pool. That's all it does.
It just hides what?
Your pool, your swimming pool.
Oh yeah, yep. My make-believe fantasy backyard.
I'm talking about the real one. It just hides your real swimming pool.
I wish I had a real one.
Well, you got an ocean.
Dave's got. Well, yeah, that's true. Except those got sharks in them and shit. Right.
Yeah, if they wouldn't bite you, they don't even. Besides, they don't bite this month at all. Sharks don't.
Well, actually, see, mosquitoes love me because of the Heineken. But sharks would be like, man, I'm not trying to get a buzz. I got to pay attention in these deep ocean waters.
Well, as long as you go swimming this month, the shark ain't gonna bite. This month.
This month? Oh yeah, okay. You know what? Dave did tell me that, but I'm tan. It's the camera and the lighting.
He's dark as a Mexican, y'all.
I am. I don't even look like a white guy in real life.
What it is that black shirt, and the light reflects off the black shirt and hits him in the face, and it turns.
Could be. I don't know. Or it's too close to the camera. Huh? I don't know. But in real life, people are like, "Hey, Holmes, how's it going?" I'm like, "Me don't speak Spanish."
You know what?
I'm just a privileged white kid.
I ain't kidding about those black shirts. Every time I wear one, it makes me look like I'm pale and about to pass out or something.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
I'll have to wear a gray shirt next time.
That's why I don't hardly ever wear them. Sometimes I had to because that's all I got left before I wash, you know. Or before my daughter washes for me.
Well, I'm just glad you still got that 17 behind you. That 17 is like the perfect prop or whatever you want to call it.
It definitely is for me. That just goes to show how well Chap knows me, man. Some of that. He knows me pretty well. Or knows me pretty well.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out I'm confused with the chat. All over the place.
Well, I got to go over and look to see what is coming in on the other chat that ain't coming through there. But I really don't see anything. I mean, I wouldn't know because I wasn't reading it over there.
Right. Well, that's a weird part, too, is because I've never had that before. No matter what is in chat, even if, when it'll come up and like a moderator will have to like show the message or the comment or hide it, or if someone retracts a message or deletes the message, it still shows up on the StreamYard no matter what. But today, there was a few of them that didn't even come in the StreamYard part, and I don't know. Weird. How weird?
Yeah. Did you say?
Weird?
Well, Wahoo Rooter bought a chicken today. Well, don't be choking your chicken there.
But you being serious, Wahoo Rooter? You being serious, Rooter? Did you really get one to like for eggs and stuff?
Don't do like Craig and kill it. That's what Craig did to his rooster. It's because his rooster was jealous of the chickens.
It was even in the intro we played. We'll have to play it for the outro too, because he even said, "That rooster's long gone, Ronnie." Had to kill that rooster.
You had to unalive it.
Unalive it. He had to send it to a better place.
Yep. And I don't know if he actually did or not, but if it'd been me, if I was going to kill that rooster, unalive the rooster, I would have had him for dinner.
Well, yeah, you don't want to waste it, right?
Exactly. But, them old roosters can be tougher than a boot. So, I don't know. Now, please don't call Peter, Dave. No, do that.
Got it from Safeway. Oh, okay, I got you. He did get him a chicken today, but it was already unalived.
I thought he was talking about a live one.
Right, I did too. That's definitely got me on that one.
At least he's not breeding his own chickens, for God's sake, says James.
So I'm going to share a little bit of this because, we're already at the 2-hour mark. Look at that, how fast time goes.
Yep, it always
But
is.
I want to show a little bit of this so that anyone that hasn't seen it can go watch it, because we're going to be doing the follow-up video, which is me and Nina will be going back and feeding everyone which I'm very looking forward to. But I'll just play like a minute of it.
Is everybody else in here as optimistic and positive as you? Can I interview you? Oh, okay.
That's where they live. These people live here.
Okay.
I wonder how much this one of those homes would be worth. 300,000.
I'm doing a story about the camp here.
The land would be
Hi,
for
Nick.
sure.
What's your name?
Joanne again.
Joanna?
Joanne again.
Joanna again. Can I? Here's a microphone. Can you clip that on your shirt? Like, see how mine is? So I can hear you.
It was crazy being in there.
To pinch it. Like,
A fine home right there.
okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can.
Yep. Right there.
I've been here, seems like forever now. I've been here about. Gosh, how long have I been here? You was here before me, yeah?
And there's somebody else.
Got it. How long have I
Right.
been here? You was here
And then-
before me, yeah?
The person she was asking said 16 years.
16.
To me, I feel like I've been here about maybe 5 years around.
Right.
I think.
So see right there, I didn't catch that till after I posted the video. And hey, Joe Cool, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. I was on panel with Joe Cool last night. Guy's got the greatest laugh in the world. But I didn't notice that till after I posted it. You know, when you edit a video, you see the video like 1,000 times. But yeah, she asked the other lady, how long have I been here? And she's like, 16 years. And then she goes, oh, about 5 years. It's like, no, you've been here 16.
Oh no, she said she felt like she'd been there about 5 years.
Right. But then the other lady said 16 when she asked, how long have I been here? And the other lady said 16.
I know, but after that lady said 16 years, she said, I feel like I've been here about 5.
Right. But that's a big difference, right? To like feel
Yeah.
like you've been there 5, but actually been there.
Yeah, that was her point though. Time flew by she liked it so much. I guess
Right.
the way it sounded to me. Cola, hello there, Cola. The cat. What's up, the cat? Y'all probably been here and I just hadn't seen you.
Yeah, so there was another part. Well, you'll just have to go watch it, but there's another part where he was asking, so why here? And because it's an encampment, it's kind of like hidden. Not many people know where it is, but because when they're not there and they're still homeless, the cops do they call it beach sweep. And she's like, the cops don't mess with us here. They just leave us alone. But when she wasn't there, she's getting tickets all the time and just, it's like she's homeless. And now she's got, a record and stuff, and she's got to pay fines.
I wouldn't pay no ticket. I said, give me a bed to sleep.
Right. Yeah, it's like she's homeless. She can't even barely take care of herself, and now you're gonna give her fines and tickets, and she's gonna pay like this. It's so doesn't make any sense.
No, it don't. Definitely don't. What? How'd they expect her to pay the fine? Why didn't they just go ahead and take her to jail and get it over with? I would say, no, I can't pay the ticket. You might as well take me now. I would like to go to jail, as a matter of fact. Be out of my public for a while.
Yep. Yeah, you get a meal and.
Good night, Miss Miner Sue. Good night. You stay blessed too.
Yeah, much love and aloha, Miss Miner Sue. But Dean asks, Steve, how'd you get to have that guy come and meet you to record Hawaii? Actually, remember, Ronnie, when I found him like maybe 2 months before that, and I was backstage with Ron, I was like, dude, I just found this new channel, and I can't remember at the time, I was like, I can't remember the name, and you're like, I've been watching it sounds similar. And then it turned out that was the same channel. But so what the hell? My Google thing thought I was asking it a question. But so I left a comment in one of his videos, and then I guess he went to my channel in my about section and emailed me and was like, hey, I'm gonna be in Hawaii next month. So he contacted me, and then when he came out, he came and picked me up from a house, and we hung out for the day. So kind of got lucky, I guess. I don't know.
Well, did you show him that homeless camp, or did he find it on his own? Or?
No, I told him about it, but he said he's heard about it because there's other videos on it. So like people do know about it, but it's hard to find. Like when I first moved here, I drove by it a ton of times and had no idea that that's what it was because it blends in. It just looks like the woods. But
it's up in the mountain, or where is it?
It's kind of next to a boat harbor, and
really?
kind of by the mountains. But it's like the boat harbor, and then it's just like woods, a bunch of trees. But inside of those trees is that. So it's,
how many people
unless you
live there?
know about it, you'd probably drive right by it and have no idea.
How many people do you think live in there? Just in that little visit you made.
What's that? I couldn't hear.
How many people do you think live there? Just in that one visit you made.
She actually said that. She said at one time like 300, but there's not that many now, or something like that. I'm not positive, so don't like mark my words. But
Hey, it looked like a whole lot more than 300. I mean, I ain't saying there's any more than that. Just looking at it on video, it looks like more than 300.
yeah, well, the crazy part is like while we were there, and this is what I was thinking about in my head, like her Joanne, her little spot, it's pretty big. Like, how did they decide how much of this land you get?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
So yeah, they get a pretty decent chunk. But then like that little spot, not little, but it's actually a lot bigger than the spot you get when you go camping. And it's just her in that little section, which is.
I just wonder why the state or county don't come in and run them off. It's surprising they have.
No, I think from what I heard, again, I don't know how true it is, but there's like a deal with the government, and they get funding or something like that. I don't know. I don't really want to say too much because I don't know. I don't want to spread misinformation. But that is true right there. That is true.
It is about what? On what?
Well, the one, I didn't watch all three of them, but one of the three that he put out from out here, a lot of it was not true.
Really?
Especially the one I was in. But yeah, I don't want to talk about too much on live, but like I said, don't always believe everything you see or hear. If it's a video and it's been edited, don't believe everything you see and hear. Let's just say that was me in the one video, and it was my voice, but it is not what I said. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, it was edited, is what you're saying. I think.
Right. Like I could go back from today's last 2 hours and 11 minutes. I could make you make a sentence with your voice that you never said all at once, but I can make it sound like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it seems like a straight shooter to me. I mean, I don't know him, so I can't, personally.
Right. Well, no, I mean, in person, he's a cool guy. Don't get me wrong. I'm not talking shit. I'm not talking bad about him, but the way I look at it, it's a business, and that's what he's doing. He's running a business. That's how he makes a living.
Definitely. Well, Cheryl Rich has a question here. What do you think about dinosaurs, Steve?
Cheryl, don't talk about Ronnie's brother like that.
Talk about me like that. I'm a dinosaur. I seen a video the other day, and it had to be edited or something. But they showed this, it's called a raptor, running across these people's front yard. And I thought, now give me a break. Other than that, there's no such thing as dinosaurs. Never was, never has been. I don't know what to say.
Jurassic Park.
That's the only place there was dinosaurs at, Jurassic Park. In my opinion.
Right here up by the North Shore.
Is that where it was at?
No, they got like a Jurassic Park.
Oh.
And one of those tourist things, basically. Yep. Unspecified V, actually half of Hawaii is Filipino. Yep. Very family oriented, very, all about family. And yeah. See, I don't want to talk shit. That's what sucks. You're making it hard on me, a Wahoo Rooter. But yeah, I'd like to go over the video, but I don't want to do it on live stream, and you know what I mean? I'm not trying to start shit but it is what it is. I mean, like I say, you got look at it on the business side. That's what you do for a living, and I guess you give your viewers what they want. That's what you got to do.
Tell them, Chrissy Cat, that's exactly right. My opinion matters.
Yes.
But like I said about him, all I know is I've watched his video. I've watched a bunch of his videos. I haven't looked into him or anything. I haven't tried to find anything good or bad about him. Just
right. That's me. And plus, like I said too, I hung out with him, and he's. I mean, there's times I hung out with other people. Like 5 minutes into it, I'm like, man, I gotta spend the next couple of hours with it. Like I did not have that feeling with him. He's a cool guy, easy to get along with, friendly. I'm not saying he's a bad person at all.
I can imagine what Steve would be like for me if he had to be around me, face to face for 2 or 3 hours. He said, "Damn, when are you going back home?"
Right.
I set up camp in the backyard.
He'd be in the car with Ronnie for like 30 minutes and be like, God, how much longer I gotta do this shit for?
That's right. I wouldn't let you out.
He'd be like, I thought you and this Craig the Hunter guy were gonna wrestle. What's going on? What's this gonna happen?
I'd say Craig backed out at the last minute.
The cat says, I love free live chickens in the mountains, like up Tantalus Drive, up above Waikiki. Yeah, that just it's funny because when my dad came, like one of the first times my dad came, and then I've heard this from like other people that haven't been here but come for vacation. And even other videos I've watched, they're just like, dude, there's like chickens everywhere, man. Like what? Yeah, but I don't know. It's like in Michigan, there's squirrels everywhere. It's like, but they make such a big deal about it. I just don't get it. It's like, yeah, there's chickens everywhere. There's no squirrels, but then you go to Michigan, there's squirrels everywhere.
If they start killing them over there like they're killing them over here, there won't be any chickens around very long. And they're killing by the millions over here. On the main man. Because they don't want anybody to get the bird flu or whatever the hell it's called.
Bird flu, and then what was the cow one? Mad cow disease, and
yeah. Oh yes, that's where all
sure.
our. Oh, sorry about that, Steve. I didn't see that.
Oh no, that's fine. We don't get our oil from dinosaurs, fossil fuel. Right. Good point.
We sure don't.
But then she also said before that, shit, I lost it. Something about her mom. Where'd it go? Yeah, my mom in South Dakota, and they found huge bones when the mudslide came through. Really? When was that? Because that just caught my eye because out here, anytime they go to like build anything new and they find any kind of bones, it just puts everything to a stop. Like you have to stop building, you have to stop digging, everything until they because if it's human bones from 200-300 years ago, they can't disrupt that land.
What if it
About
was
50.
giant bones that they're finding of giant people? What if it was that instead of these other bones? When the giant people used to be here, whatever years ago it was,
Yep.
I can see them wanting to hide that and say, well, that wasn't human bones; those are dinosaur bones. Hint, hint.
And G-Maze, right? Mongoose is Hawaii's problem. And I've told that. I actually have a short about that, but I've told that story before.
I thought
Because
y'all
there's a huge rat problem. And what they decided to do to get rid of the rats is bring in mongoose. So they brought in the mongoose, but then they're like, oh, we still have a rat problem, and now we got a mongoose problem because mongoose are day hunters and rats are night hunters. So they brought in mongoose, and they weren't doing anything about the rats because they're hunting at different times of the day.
I'll tell you what, where I just moved from, I had some rats that didn't mind day or night. If they wanted to eat, they was going to eat. They come out. I mean, they come out fighting, man. Literally fighting.
I remember talking backstage with you a few times about those from where you used to live.
It was bad, man. I finally got rid of them, found where it's getting in at, and sealed that up. I didn't know where it was getting in for a long time and couldn't find where it's getting in. But I finally found it.
They're a bitch to get rid of too, right? Anyone in chat, put a 1 in the chat if you've ever, in your entire life, ever lived anywhere or had problems with rats where you lived. Because they are a bitch to get rid of, man. And those things reproduce like, holy smokes, man.
Rabbits ain't got a damn thing on them. I think they put rabbits to shame.
Right. Yeah, no shit, right? Instead of saying they bleep like rabbits, it should be they bleep like rats.
Yeah, exactly. That's for damn sure. I know we was on one night. I think you and I were doing a show together, and I had some boxes of dried food stacked up in there in the hallway, and I kept hearing something. And what in the hell is it? So I went and looked, and I couldn't find the hole at first. I knew it was in one of those boxes, but I turned that box around where the hole was, and that damn rat come flying out of that hole in that box, and it almost scared me to death. But after that, I got rid of all those boxes of food, and finally found where this coming in at. Man, I'm telling you, I had rats galore there, or mice mostly, but there's a couple of darn good sized rats there too. If you ain't never had rats in your life, you're very lucky. Is all I can tell you.
Yep. And it's no joke, man. They are, yeah. Well, one, they're disgusting, very dirty, and yeah, they're
destructive.
Yeah, and if you ever like what you were just saying, that something like that happens, yeah. Dude, I remember once, this was years ago, but actually we cut the tree down a couple years ago, so it was a long time ago, and it was like a type of palm tree, but it had like, the leaves looked like big fans, so it was like, I forgot the name, something fan, palm tree, something, and the HOA's like, oh, you gotta trim all the dead, so I had to clean it up, and I'm up there on an extension ladder, and I'm like as high as it would go, and I'm reaching trying to cut, and then all of a sudden this freaking rat just comes on one arm and it goes around my neck and I almost fell off the ladder, literally. I was like, oh god, to this day it still makes the hair on my neck stand up. So
makes mine stand up. I wasn't even there.
And it happened like so fast. It was just like zoom, and I'm like, dude. So, but speaking of mongoose, I forgot. I put this. There's a mongoose in my video too. Where,
I've never seen one before.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing that.
If I go,
like a big squirrel to me.
Right, except they're a lot more vicious. Very, We had one in our garage once, and I bought one of those cages that, when it goes in and to catch it. And that's the first time I ever seen one up close, like a couple inches, because it's in the cage, and it's like hissing at me, and it's super sharp teeth, and oh man.
Talking about them rats, when I first realized I had them, I went in the kitchen one day to make me a sandwich. And I started getting some bread out the loaf, out of the loaf of bread, and I noticed this little hole in the back of the sack. And so I got to looking, and rats had went around the back and ate a hole in the back of the bread and was eating the bread from the back. I couldn't even eat that. I mean, the rest of the bread was good. They hadn't got it to the front, nowhere near it, but I couldn't eat any of it. Man, it just made me sick of the dog.
Just the thought, I wouldn't either. Just the thought would be like,
It was too much. I'm here to tell you. But I had them, and somebody said, to squirt something. I forgot what it was. Ammonia. Squirt ammonia around the house, and they get rid of them. I used all kinds of ammonia and didn't even phase them. But I caught a bunch of them in traps and things. So put out them sticky things, and them mice, when they get on there, they would literally eat one of their legs off if it's just one leg.
To free themselves. Yeah. Yeah, me too. I got a bunch with the sticky one and the ones that snap. It's even worse when you catch one with one of those big ones that snap, and the thing squirms out of it, and it's like, that's a tough fucking rat right there.
There's one I set out a little trap for mice one night, and this big old rat gets in there, and it hit him so hard it knocked him crazy. It didn't kill him, but it hit him so hard it just knocked him crazy. And I heard the trap go off, so I went there, to see if I caught him, and he was gone. I said, well, damn, I didn't catch him. And I got to looking around, and he was behind a little table we had sitting there. And so I moved the table out of the way and got me a hammer and conked him on the damn head and finished him off. Freaking rat. Him off. Boy, it was an ugly, ugly, ugly rat, too. I mean, I thought to myself, if your kids look like you ought to thank me for killing them.
And when you did it, you should have been like, and let this be a lesson to the rest of you. Because then they'd all be like, yeah, we better get the hell out of here, man.
I did say something along those lines. I don't know what it was. Man, to me, they're gross. I mean, they
are. They're disgusting. Like, very disgusting, dirty.
Yeah,
what Chrissy said is true, too. Baking soda and cornmeal. And, they do it. They can't fart.
Oh, yeah.
They can't release. So, they basically explode from the inside out.
I set some of that out. I knew about that. I did set some of it out. But there were so many of them there. And they were able to come in and out of the house. What it was the dryer vent. It went under the house. And the lid on it wasn't closing up. And they were coming up through the dryer vent. I didn't know that for a long. I just found it right before I moved out of there. Chap, what's up, big chap? Good to see you, brother.
Hey, big chap. Hello, brother.
Chap is in the house.
Cats do help, but I'm allergic to cat. If I'm in the same room with a cat for more than 10 minutes, my eyes get all puffy.
I thought you loved cats.
I mean, I love all animals. There's certain ones I can't be around, but they do help. But I know what you mean about the dryer vent thing, because they like make nests inside of those. If you got like a long stretch of that dryer vent, like 5-6 feet, they make nests inside of there, and it's like their little home.
Well, I checked that. There wasn't no nest in there, but it wasn't all that long. Mine was probably about 2 foot long, something like that. But like I said, they were going up from under the house up inside it. I don't know how in the hell it was getting out of the dryer, though, but they were. But anyway, when I fixed that, I moved out about a month later. But I was still happy I found that where they was getting in at.
That's the best. Get rid of them. Move.
Yeah. That's one reason I wanted to move too, because of the dang rats.
Yeah. Yeah, trust me, I know I've had to deal with it before. It sucks bad. And then you hear
got-
shit like you be sleeping in the middle of the night, and they're worse than cats when it comes to that. They'll knock shit off because everyone's sleeping and it's dark and quiet. I mean, knocking shit off the table, and you think you got ghosts.
Well, I tell you what, when I first heard them, it sounded like they was wearing combat boots walking across the floor. Plop, plop, plop. I thought, man, that's a big ass rat. He must be as big as me. I mean, it sounded like a man walking across the floor, but you could hear his nails, his claws hitting the floor. That's the only thing that gave him away as being a rat. Otherwise, I'd have thought there's somebody in my house. But they are, man. There was some nasty.
Give me 1 second. You got this for a sec? Give me 1 second.
No,
I got
of course not.
It's a work call. I just got to check this real quick. Give me 1 sec.
Okay. All right. 1 second. That's it.
What's that? Ah, damn it. I didn't even get a chance to open it.
Would it go away?
Pinhole leak, metal piping.
Must be galvanized pipe.
Yeah, it's metal. Yeah, metal piping has got to be galvanized. I hate when people can't spell. Where'd my pencil go? Where's my pen?
You want to rewrite it so you can read it?
But no, it's like on everyone's phone doesn't it have like auto spell or auto correct, or like if you're spelling something wrong, it'll like let you know that it's not spelled right.
On my phone, it don't do that. It just puts in what it wants to put in. If it puts in anything.
So yeah, it just does it for you. Yeah.
Like I can be trying to tell one of my kids I love them or something, and it'll put in lolly or whatever it wants to put in for love.
Yeah, mine used to be like that, and anytime I put in like the F word, WCK, it would replace it with duck. Be like, what the duck is this about? Like, that's not what I said.
Did you duck? Duck. It's kind of like creek.
Creek.
Creek ain't here to hear it. Where you at, Creek?
I'm waiting for him to say something so I could be like, hey, welcome back, Creek. Because I know he's been listening the whole time, but he's at work. But that's what makes it funny, because I do that a lot. I'll be like, hey, I'm working, so I'm not in chat, but I'm listening. And then I won't say nothing for like a half hour or so, and then I'll say something like, hey, welcome back. It's like, I never left. I said I'm working, but I'm listening. Like, damn it, pay attention.
Creek ain't even listening right now, though. If he was listening, he'd already said something. Where you at, Creek? You're supposed to never leave.
It's because he's at work. He's too busy going, because he's got us on the loudspeakers at his work, so everyone's listening to us.
Oh, really?
And he's too busy going, yeah, I know these dudes. Yeah, we hang out all the time backstage. We're cool.
V made a sandwich. Did you make me one, V? Well, I got something sitting here, though. I don't need a sandwich right now. But later on, I might. I like sandwiches. Well, I like some sandwiches. I don't like them all. So, Ben the Rat, your best friend. I remember Ben the Rat. He was the head honcho in the sewers. And even people were scared of him. They were scared to go in the sewers and try to catch him. It was a TV show a long time ago. Somewhere in about the 80s, I think. Everybody hates rats and mice until they start singing somewhere out there. I'm not sure what that means, but I would hate rats and mice. I don't care where they're singing or what they're doing.
Yeah, I seen a little bit ago someone put in chat too how dirty they are. That's so true. They are. Very, very dirty.
You know,
talk about diseases. Ugh. Yeah. Give the Creek a raise, boss. Yeah, give Creek a raise, boss. Creek deserves it, boss.
Ronnie's a big fan of. I used to love bologna sandwiches, but I don't like them no more for some reason or another.
No, you know what I love? Fried bologna.
I just knew you was going to say fried spam.
I don't like spam, even though it's like huge here. But yeah, fried bologna though, man. I grew up with fried bologna.
Oh, so did I. But that's another thing that Nick talked about was spam. How people over there in Hawaii love it. He even showed a machine, where you can get out of the machine.
The vending machine,
Yeah.
That is true. I mean, they every year they have a spam parade.
Spam parade.
Yep. Everyone has like spam out, like Halloween spam costumes. And the other day I made burgers for the hungry kids, but the bread had a little, what was it? Had a little piece of mold. Was that wrong to tear it off and keep going? Nah, because as long as you tore it off.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it wasn't mold. And it builds their immunity.
And plus, mold is what they make penicillin out of. So, at least supposedly. So maybe it'd kill an infection before you got it. Who knows?
Yep. Builds your immunity. Yeah.
Oh,
it just said penicillin, but yeah, Rome said it right when you were saying that's what they make penicillin out of.
Oh, yep. Penicillin. Penicillin is good for a lot of things. Well, I was going to say something, but I better not. You leaving us, Dave? Where you going?
Oh, yeah. You taking off, Dave?
Dave's not here, man. It's not going to be here.
I know he made mom dinner earlier, so I think he's still at mom's house, so he's still got to drive home.
Oh.
And it's like, what, 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock his time, I believe. Terry Strange, aloha.
Yeah, it's after 10 if he's in the east. Terry Strange. I just breathed in some mold, my immune system on fleek.
Well, Dave, before you go, you got to tell everyone the good news about your well, you just have to tune in on Thursday to find out. I guess we'll put it that way.
You better tell us now. I want to know now, and I want to know right now.
I ain't waiting to know damn Thursday. You understand me?
No. Hell no. Oh, he's saying he's not gay. I don't believe that now at all.
But no, his son bought him a microphone for Father's Day, and he got it hooked up. And I mean, he always sounded fine without it, but man, he sounds way better now with his new microphone.
You know, it sounded all right to me with the one he's using, but I don't know what he normally sounds like though. So,
right, you can tell a huge difference now. It sounds really good.
I thought Craig was the one who could afford new microphones, but I guess not.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and camera too, and his cameras. Well, his son got him the same brand camera that I have, but his camera's way better, like crystal clear.
It's because Dave's a crystal clear guy.
Yep. And you know what, Dave? I ended up remember we were talking yesterday about my so I ordered a new one earlier because I can't.
Steve's got so much money that he's going to have so many computers and microphones and cameras.
That's why Steve's always broke, because Steve's like, I want that, and they can't afford it. I don't care. I want it.
Anyway, you'll have enough stuff to start a computer store with here before long. Then you really get rich.
I'm gonna have to start doing like raffles or something. Be like, all right, I got 3 old microphones and 4 old boom arms and a mixer. And I actually just sent out I had Raycon earbuds that I couldn't wear because they just fall out. Remember when I was hit by a car and now my shit's all off whack. My ears are weird. So I just sent those to Jalen because I was like, yeah, dude, they're brand new. I'm never going to wear them. I'd rather give them to someone that can use them. So Jalen got a free pair of Raycon earbuds.
Did you see James's comment up here?
I can affirm that Dave is not, in fact, completely Oh, that's awesome.
Then Dave says, "LOL, James." He didn't say it's not true.
Right. Only on Tuesdays and Friday nights.
On Tuesdays and Fridays, huh?
That's funny.
It
Good
sure
one.
is.
That one's definitely the winner of this show for the best joke.
Yeah, that was a good one, James.
Cats are proof the world isn't flat. They knock stuff off the edge.
Oh,
well, now if you want to get the flat, round Earth thing going, well.
We got Chap in here.
I love bringing the flat Earth up.
I do too. She gets mad at me every time I bring it up, though.
Well, that's why I love bringing it up, because one, I'll never ever say what I actually think it is. Nobody will ever know. It's just fun watching how worked up people get over, like, you don't think it's flat, dude. I'm like, I don't know if I think it's flat or round. I'm at the end of the day, whatever it is, it works perfect for me.
It does work pretty good, but it's not. Yeah. To me, it's not that. It's that if it is indeed flat, then why don't they tell us the truth instead of this round stuff? And
right. Well, didn't it way back, it wasn't it originally believed to be flat, and then they switched it to be round?
Sometimes in the 1800s is when they changed it. I'm not sure of the date, but sometime along in there. And like Chap said, well, look who's starting stuff.
Well, me.
Chap. I mean, it's V. Not me, V. But she got mad at me a couple weeks ago because I was showing a couple of short videos on it. And I wasn't going to show them until she come in. And I just had to show them then. I was laughing my ass off, boy. She said, there's more important things to talk about.
Now she's switching it. We couldn't take a cat joke. Well, we're just joking too, V. I mean, or are we?
Myself,
but in all honesty, nobody will ever know what I truly believe, if it's flat or round. But in all honesty, I do mean it when I say at the end of the day, I don't care. It works. I'm not falling off. I'm not falling off or flying off or whatever, so it works. I'm standing right here and I'm not.
Well, the reason you're not flying off is because it ain't spinning. If we were spinning at 6,000 miles an hour or whatever it's supposed to be spinning at,
I'd be flying off.
Yeah, like a UFO or something. I mean, my goodness.
Right, it'd be flinging me off like, hey, what's up, Red Pill?
And the moon stuff. Can you imagine going to the moon in a tin can with a radio in it and going through the Van Allen belt, which is supposed to be very deadly to all life? And as soon as you go into it, just a couple seconds later, you'll be dead. But they went through that to get to the moon.
In a tin can.
In a tin can. Right. Then they called Earth and talked to the president on a regular phone. Right. Didn't have any satellites in space or nothing. Just,
back then, and it had perfect signal and everything.
Mm-hmm. Sure did. I was highly impressed.
I think we all find out when our time is up, and then when our time is up and we do find out, we all, that clip where the whole crowd's like forehead slap, and we just all go, man, we were all way off.
Yeah, I wonder if it is any other shape besides round or flat. I wonder what it would be.
It's a banana.
Could be. Could be.
It's just doing one of these. It's like a teeter-totter, but like it's just doing that all the time.
Could be too. I've never been to outer space, so I don't know. I mean,
right.
If I'd been to outer space, but I got to tell you, I don't trust their satellites or their imagery, their fake imagery and everything.
And that's the one argument that always kind of irks me a little bit when anyone's like, "Oh, I know so and so, and they work for NASA, or this and that, or I know someone, or this and that of anything to do." It's like, okay, that person works for NASA. Have they been to space? Well, no, they just work for them. Well, then that doesn't mean shit. That's irrelevant. Doesn't mean anything. What's up, As If? Hello, brother.
That's
Great
for sure.
avatar, by the way. As If. Yours and As If made an avatar of you and me, Ronnie. It's pretty good.
I think I seen that.
Did you? Yeah, you sent it to me yesterday. Let me see.
Well, I
if
must
can
not have
share
seen it then. I thought you showed it to him, but maybe not.
Let me see if I can share it. He said, obviously a lot younger version of Ronnie.
But is it as handsome as me is the question.
The what?
But is it as handsome as me is the question. I can't sit being as handsome, especially not 30 years ago. I mean, man, I was a living doll.
It looks pretty good. All right, let me see if I can pull it
I'm
up.
joking there. So.
Well, AI did it too, so.
Well, I know what AI did to me on the other ones wasn't worth a damn. Didn't look anything like it. Made me look like I was 400 years old. I'm just 198.
That is true. Let's see. Uh-oh, it's not letting me pull it up. All right, maybe not. What the hell? Huh. I don't know what happened. It's not letting me pull it up. All right, maybe not.
The cast says he spent 30 years in missile and space programs. All is not as portrayed. I can definitely believe that, the cat. Definitely.
Right. Just like what I was saying earlier about videos on YouTube. All is not as portrayed.
You know, I seen who was it? They were liberals, but I don't remember exactly who it was. They were talking about that film that was made in the desert. They had actually admitted that the film was right. They were still saying that the earth was round, but they were saying that the film was right. Now, I don't know how you can be, it's like arguing two different sides of the coin, you know. How can you believe that the earth is round if you don't believe that video? You know, the one where they made the look like the moon landing and all.
Exactly. Well, I mean that and sorry, unspecified B. I got two turntables and a microphone. Where it's at. But no, but that and the way I look at it is they've lied about how many things over the last couple decades. So how can you believe anything?
They've lied about every damn thing.
Exactly, you know. So they even came up with the word conspiracy to make people look like they're crazy if they say anything against than what they're trying to say.
Yes, I'm a prime example of that. Example A, I guess you'd call it. They sure try to make me look crazy, which, you know, maybe I am a little crazy. Probably am. But I don't care.
Well, that's why I need new conspiracy theories because all of my old ones turned out to be facts. So
yep, mine too. Mine too. And that's exactly right. They did. Netflix. See what Cheryl said here. There's a good movie on Netflix by My Octopus Teacher. If there's aliens, it's an octopus. Oh, it's the octopus. Well, I don't watch Netflix because of one reason. Barack Obama. You do know that he's a boss, a big boss there. I think he owns part of it.
Big B, yeah, he even said it. You know, if I could be in a basement in my sweatpants with the earpiece in, telling someone what to do.
I'm talking about Netflix himself. Oh, he owns it. Yeah.
Does he really own it? Own it?
I don't know if he owns it or not, but he either owns shares in it or he's the CEO or something like that.
He has control of it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. No shit. Well, I know he put that movie out. that he
Yeah.
had something to do with it.
Oh yeah, that 666 is about the devil. Yeah, but I would say something here, but I don't want to get Steve strike. So I won't. Well, I just put it like this. I better not even put it like that. I just won't put it at all. So there.
We'll put it like this: long live Joe Biden and Barack Obama, the two greatest presidents that ever lived.
Oh yeah. Phew. I couldn't say that even in jest.
Like that? Did I do it right?
You sure did.
Leave the
Yep.
world behind. Yep, that's the one. That's the one. The movie.
Well, they're both, in my opinion, YouTube, they're both no longer with us. I'll just leave it at that.
Oh, I see. Okay, I know. I get. Now I see where you're going. Okay.
Because of certain things.
Quaaludes, eating Quaalude.
I just not seen your message, Steve.
Oh yeah, yeah. I told you backstage, man. I was like, shit. Maybe I shouldn't say anything.
Yeah. Well, you know how I feel about it, so I'll leave it at that too.
Well, we're in the same boat.
Got the same feelings on that one, huh? Thank God.
Oh, yeah. Netflix is owned by It's. What the hell is It's?
I have no idea.
Oh, It's shareholders. She didn't finish the sentence. Okay, I got you. Owned by It's shareholders.
Well, he's got something big to do with it. I don't know what it is, but he's some kind of a big to do in it, supposedly. But he can't be because, in my opinion, he's not even here. So. But he's not. I think his name's on paper somewhere. Just don't know where.
Yep, the cat just said it. That's exactly what I was just about to start singing the Metallica song, and then I looked and the cat put Puppet Master. I was put Master, where's the dreams that I've been at? Puppet Masters. Master of Puppets. Wait, William Gamer Jr., put your pants back on. Well, I'm glad I got this stand-up desk and you can't see below the waist. That's all I must say.
You can't see below mine either. And I'm sitting down.
I got that nice cross breeze going through right now.
Cooling your ass off, huh? Well, Steve, we've been on almost 3 hours. I'm fixing to get out here and eat my supper. It's just the smell and everything is just driving me crazy.
I could have swore just 5 minutes ago we said we're at the 2-hour mark already, and it's already almost 3. No shit. Wow, that goes by fast.
It does.
Gotta run. Steve emailed that. Oh, right on as if. All right, brother. Yeah, we're gonna get ready to close it out too. So, you know how that works though. We're at 64 likes.
Well, come on, somebody get us up to 65.
If we get 65, usually whenever I end it, there's one more. So we need 2 more. So that when we end, it'll be at 67 and not 66.
Let's see if I even like this sucker. I don't know if I did or not.
I don't even know if I did. Let me go check.
I didn't, but I did then. Let's see what
right, who didn't hit the like. There you go. Now it's 65. So now we need at least one more. So then afterwards it'll jump up to 67.
Every time I go over and look at that, it's in an advertisement, Steve. It's advertisement showing now on your channel. There's an advertisement showing now on your channel.
Really? I thought I had it. I thought I figured that out and I had it turned off.
Well, it's showing on mine.
I went
over 3 times. They're showing commercials every time. This Bud's for you. It's what it says.
Oh, and it's Budweiser. Oh, great. I thought I had it because even on. So that means YouTube's is making money off me, and that means I'm not making a half of a penny from it.
That's right.
Because Yeah, it even says right here, turn on or dismiss, and I dismissed so that supposedly the only way there'd be an ad is if I inserted one.
Well, you must have inserted one then.
Racehorse, Aloha, good to see you.
Racehorse must only have racehorse or something.
All right. Now I can't remember if it's because I know it's either one way or the other. It's either however many likes you have once you end is either one less like than what you had, or there's one more like. I can't remember. But now we're at 67. Is it one less? Shit.
Yes.
So now we got to get one more so that when we end, it isn't 66.
Absolutely. Good night, Craig. You be a good boy now. You hear? Don't be wrestling me in your dreams and beating me up.
Oh, that's good timing too, because a call just came in. Yep, you know what it is? It is galvanized, but it's also CPVC. So it's CPVC going and then transitioning to galvanized, and that's where the leak is. But it's right where it comes out of the ground. So, it looks expensive.
What is the leak in the PVC or is it in the?
It's right at the connection, right where it goes from CPVC to galvanized.
Okay, I got you.
Because if they, connect it right, it's two dissimilar metals, and then that's what causes the leak. But it's right at the ground too, which means they gotta dig up some of the ground. So looks expensive.
Shovel. Yeah. Anytime a plumber has to touch a shovel or a plunger, it's very expensive.
Yep. And it's a Sunday. Ooh.
Double time. Oh, it's triple time on Sunday.
Take that number and double it.
I got to figure out what this means here. V says, I heard Ronnie likes a round thing in his face. I'm not sure what that means.
Ooh. Sounds like a little sexual healing.
The ones I've seen ain't round, though. Maybe partially round.
He likes his women flat like the That's a good one. But hold on, Craig. Can't leave yet. You got to wait till the outro because you're the best part of the outro, brother. So let's do that before Craig leaves.
Yes, sir.
We'll do our final thoughts and then do the outro. So Craig, because Craig's the best part of the outro.
He is. He's the best part of the intro, too.
Yep.
Well, I just want to say my final thought is thanks everybody for watching us and hanging in there for. I know we have brilliant talk here, but sometimes you can get bored even with brilliant talk. So thank you, folks. And I say this every week, but I'm going to try to be on either tomorrow night or Tuesday night. So I hope everybody will be watching.
Absolutely. And that just reminded me, I was supposed to bring this up at the beginning, so I'll make it very quick. But next Sunday is going to be Ronnie's channel, but also for the first time, I'm not going to be able to make it. Next Sunday, we have a thing for Nina's work, and it's at the beach, to the beach, G. I want to say 11 a.m. our time. So what is that, like 4 o'clock your time, Ronnie? And we might also go live over there because it's at the beach, but it's like 2.5 hours earlier than what we usually do. But I was supposed to bring that up in the beginning to let everyone know about it, but that's next Sunday.
Love you too, Cheryl. That's cool. Well, okay, this gives people more to watch. It'd be more options.
Yep. There you go. So there's that, but like I said, it's still 2.5 hours earlier than what we normally go on. So, but I won't be able to make it next week, and I really think it's the first time that I'm not making it, isn't it?
It's first time I remember.
Yeah,
I was amazed. I was amazed when you said that.
I know it's gonna be weird. I'm probably gonna be doing that, going, I gotta go. We go live, like. It's gonna be really weird for me, but
Nina
but
keep
that-
it straight.
and, I want to shout out everyone in chat that showed up today and hung out with us, because I know on a Sunday evening there's a million other things you could all be doing, and you decided to spend your time with us, and I appreciate that. You guys are all awesome. And no matter how many differences you have with anyone, just remember at the end of the day, we have a lot more in common than we don't have in common. So don't focus on what you don't have in common with others. Focus on what you do have in common, and the world will be a better place. So
Sure would. Definitely.
with that being said, have a beautiful morning, beautiful day, beautiful afternoon, beautiful evening, a beautiful night, whatever it may be, wherever you are. Much love, much aloha. Most importantly, God bless. Damn good show. Aloha, everyone.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours, bullshit pay, so I could just sit here and waste my life away with Steve Harloha and Ronnie Cash today. It's such a damn shame.
It's Unfiltered.
Coming in close and hot.
How do you make it out of your front door and you don't even know how to get gas? I just don't get it.
No, they're not going to take us out because they need us. We make the world go round.
You're just taking up space. You're here sucking up air.
How you doing today, brother? I hope everybody's doing great today and having a great weekend. But I said, no, let's go ahead and cook something to eat, because I'm starving to death. It ain't nothing like home cooking. She just cooked some breakfast. Well, she made scrambled eggs, with bacon, biscuits, and gravy. There ain't that much left, though, because I ate just about all of it.
It's still like 60 degrees. I'm like, ooh, I'm cold. And
It was cool when I got here, but 2 days later I got up in the 70s and everybody went golfing. Tuesday, Halloween, it's supposed to snow in Michigan. Last year, Chris took a picture of me shoveling the driveway in my bathing suit.
I didn't like the cold weather even when I was young, and now that's the last thing I want is cold and snow and everything.
It'll warm up, or in Michigan it won't.
You, Hawk, Chap, David Devine, my best friends on here. Then after the welcoming part, we get into the deep part when we have our guests up. Well, when we get them on, we can just shut up and let them go.
make a beer run. That was a long time ago. Ronnie's so old that he remembers preparation A.
I sure do.
Man.
More than likely, sitting there puffing on one of them joints, so.
$15 for an 8.
Gold chip.
It's pretty good.
I think that there was some shit that came over, whether it be underwater, through the ice passage in the ice wall, above water, or maybe it's just portals that can open up.
They've got certain depths that submarines can't even go to.
Any other times in your plumbing career has something sounded as crazy as the Old Faithful butthole story?
Loving this, where the guy comes in and interviews the host. This is wonderful.
It's a great story. I had so many questions.
Maybe for medical misinformation, they could go fuck themselves. We talked absolutely nothing about medical whatsoever. There's 11 full-grown German Shepherds in here right now.
My old friend told me